Oh, you know what? I think I decided after this series, I'm going to take the White Sox to win the AL. How do you feel about that? You frozen? Oh, I forgot. You think I'm mushing the White Sox.
I'm going to cuck chair chat.
It's like I don't think we.
I bet the under and faded Messi with Krabs. This is fucked.
What makes a finger blast a reversed finger blast?
How about I just show you? I went like this on my comforter. I was like pointing down.
I'm going to gift you a sub right now. It's $5.99. I'm going to pay it. I did it from the Book It Twitch. So Book It just paid for it. Are you standing or sitting? You want me to comment on? I'll comment on fucking everything. I'll comment on the glare and the TV in the background.
I fucking hate hardos, dude. I hate hardos. All the fucking people in your comments about the lattes, and they're so fucking cool because they drink black coffee and fucking IPAs. Oh my God, I hate hardos, dude.
Take the hardo hater. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the board review. It is Friday, August 14th. And I think we can just go ahead and say it. I know it sounds kind of cheesy and cliche, and you're going to hear about it from just about every Twitter account. But football being back felt pretty good.
It was pretty awesome. It
was. Yeah. And I'm not a football hardo. And preseason, I like preseason. That was. Did you go out for those games? Joey Dump said he put a parlay in right next to you. Were you guys at a bar for the preseason games?
No.
Were you just hanging out at each other's house?
We run a business together.
Oh, got it. So you were working together at night.
Yes.
When those games kicked off. Got it. Okay. I always thought your hours were before like 5 o'clock. because you
Yeah,
got
it was.
car
This was
people.
before 5 o'clock. It was right after stream, and he was sitting in the car next to me talking about this parlay that I didn't realize was going to absolutely fucking splooge.
Oh yeah, duh. He put a parlay in. Doesn't have to mean when the game starts. That's my bad. Regardless, nice job, Joey Dumps. But listen, it
Fuck,
takes a village.
fuck,
What?
fuck. Be right back, dude. Be right back. Talk to the chat. I just
Okay,
realized.
that's fine. I'll talk to the chat. Listen, we all have to hold people accountable. Okay, I don't care if you are a friend or a foe. Actually, that's a lie. I care even more if you're a friend. If you are doing something that I don't agree with. Joey Dumps, when you leave, like you're gone for 5 seconds. Why do you even remove yourself? Just mute your mic and go.
I was wearing a Tigers hat, and they play the White Sox today, and they're only 2.5 games back in the division. That would have been a big no-no, so I had to change my hat.
Oh, got it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, look at you. Look at you holding yourself accountable now for what hats you wear. I thought you only cared about me when I wear fucking Georgia Bulldog hats.
Whack ass hat.
Anyways, it looks like the chat is buzzing and ready to go today. I do have some things to get ahead of with my my Drew Aller hate club because that didn't start off too well. But anyways, we've got Jovan joining us. We have a very busy show, a very eventful show. We're going to be followed by Greg, who's joining. Greg is getting back in the fucking lab. He's taking this shit seriously now that it's football season. And we're going to be previewing the SEC. I've got my old trusty magazine here. What's that mean?
5-piece from, I'll say the full username, I love Michigan _Pranav.
Yeah.
Thank
great.
you, Pranav. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Pranav. We do appreciate you, Pranav. Despite him being a biased Michigan fan, although I've always said this, like even though I have disdain and hatred for Michigan as a Notre Dame fan, they're nowhere near USC for me. Because it's like they just experienced so much. Like, dude, they had Brady Hoke, Rich Rod, like they had Tate Forcier. You know what I mean? They had years where they were a joke. USC, when I was like in my hardo Notre Dame phase, USC was like practically like Florida with Tim Tebow, but even longer, from Carson Palmer to Liner to Sanchez. And then thankfully Barkley didn't work out and Pete Carroll left. But I don't really hate Michigan people all that much. Does that make sense?
For you, I have pushback, but we don't really have time for it. You know how I feel about Michigan.
Well, what do you mean? You like Michigan?
I like Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah. But you're saying that I should hate them more than I do?
Potentially, as a Notre Dame fan, I'd say yes.
Well, don't get me wrong. I still don't like them. Like, yeah. I bet on Michigan for the first time last year, and look how that fucking turned out.
Yeah.
All right. I'm getting the old book over to the SEC. We're going to bring Jovan up here, and we're going to get right down to business. What?
Let's go.
I can't find the SEC, though. Hold on. You would think it would be like right in the beginning.
Jovan will be your magazine.
Yeah. Well, I'm lost without my magazine. Let me get him up here, though, instead he's just marinating in queue. Jovan, good to see you, bro. How we doing? Goats are muted. Thank you very much for joining. And before we get started, just so that the chat is fully aware, because I wasn't, the Book It crew is on another content journey. They are being summoned to a horse race in Toronto. Is that correct?
Correct. Trent, Krabs, Goots, and Rav are up there in the 6 right now.
So in the 6, that's right. Yep. Thank you, Drake. So if I remember correctly, Krabs went and did this in Vegas, this horse race. Now that was like last year. It looked like a lot of fun. Now the more of the crew is going. I think pairing Rav and Goots is hilarious. We didn't get to enjoy that at Pick It at the Park, unfortunately. Goots was MIA. But I would love to experience a little Goots versus Rav. Is Trent any better at betting horses than regular sports?
I can't say I would know too much. The only time I've seen him win big on a horse was I forget where they were, but it was literally him just tailing Josh, some random horse at a trip they were at the last time he went to bet horses.
Didn't you bang the Kentucky Derby horse?
It might have been the Derby, yeah.
Yeah.
There was definitely him yelling mage.
Yeah.
I think that was a win.
That was the OG. That was the OG.
Right.
But other than that, the only time I remember him winning big on a horse was that random time with Josh.
Gotcha. Okay. By the way, speaking of Trent and in all his glory, that was just a marvelous nerfy in the corn last night. I mean, it just does not get any better. And you know what? I have to tell you, I pride myself. Steak and I both pride ourselves on not being auto Trent faders. And obviously with the Blake Snell thing, like that kind of definitely had a little bit of an influence on betting him to strike out the first 3 batters he faced. When I saw that happen, somebody texted me and I immediately regretted, like, how did we not take that? You know, it's kind of one of those things where it's not like a soccer bet when it's a really specific, like, niche thing and he's making a graphic and it's like this, particular sporting event. I just think that I might go ahead and put a little money against it for my own.
What is something specific that he's looking forward to for a little bit of time is auto cake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Tommy DeVito, Donnie Bonaducci, great job, by the way, on the assist there with the Pats first half. We will recap some preseason football and talk preseason football later when we have the time. But again, we want to get down to business. College football is on the horizon. We only have a handful of weekends left to get out there and touch grass. Let's get right into it and let's start talking balls. So, Jovan, I don't want to be too repetitive and redundant with your with Behind the Lines. I tuned in to the first half of your show yesterday. I missed the second half, but I did see you guys were talking Big Ten, and I also saw you were talking AFC North. Have you already done an SEC preview?
No, but,
you haven't.
No, don't worry about being repetitive or redundant because we don't do like a full preview of everything, talking about everything at length. It's only a couple different things. So, I mean, it's not the biggest deal.
Okay. Pranav, you missed the Big Ten talk, but we put out our best bets for the part 1 yesterday. I'm going to be in on Nebraska, Illinois, one other team I forgot. But Steak, while Pranav is here because he gave out some bags, what did we say about Michigan? We're kind of a pass on Michigan, right? Because it's like everybody is out on Michigan, so this could be the year they fuck people and go over.
I would be fading if I didn't so strongly think they were going to beat Oklahoma. But since I do think they're going to beat Oklahoma, I can't fade on the win total. I did see yesterday, Krabs likes Michigan, right? Do you as well, Jovan?
Yep, loves them.
What about you?
I don't know as much as him, but yes, I do love them. The thing is, like, we're both of us are on different games that we know Indiana is going to lose, and they're 1 week after another. So I'm like, they're not beating Ohio State, but he's saying they're not beating Michigan, which is right after that. So I can't really hop on that with him. But the rest of the season, yes, I like Michigan.
Like this is exactly why I want to bet Michigan.
Yes, there's every reason to.
They never talk like that. Yeah,
never, dude, never. And I mean, I've long developed the theory of fading the fan, and it's I cannot believe how out everybody is on Michigan, even their own people. Underwood about to quiet all the haters. Yeah, I guess he might. Anyways, that's just a quick Big Ten recap for Pranav. Thank you again for the subs. Javi Ram 100 subscribed to 11 months. Appreciate you. Ryan Kinney 300 stream streak. That doesn't go unnoticed. DC 25. Captain Hooks props 230. Always appreciate you. And Total Slayer 45. Love the board review to death because we get this. Okay, I'm not reading the rest of that.
Yeah, and I'll just say this. I never asked for subs, but we're 4 away from 1,000. So if somebody wants to drop a few, I'm not going to be mad.
Yep. All right, let's get into it. Let's just go right out with a big dog and get started with Texas. Jovan, you're a Texas native. You're a TCU alum, but I've always thought that you have a really good you got a really good pulse on Michigan. I love Michigan. Pranav just gave out 5 more. W Pranav.
Thanks, Pranav. I wasn't talking about you. But thank you.
Yeah, Pranav said he had 8 beers last night, and he asked me questions about what happens when you start peeing in the middle of the night. I thought he was asking me like he was having real issues or bladder issues or something. Then he says, "Oh yeah, I had 8 beers last night." Like, yeah, idiot. I mean, fucking, you eat 18 candy bars a day, you're probably going to get a cavity. Let's lock in. Jovan, I've always thought you have a pretty good read and pulse on what's going on with Texas. Even though you're a TCU and a Big 12 guy, I feel like you know Texas pretty well because you're surrounded by some Texas fans. LC is a big Texas fan. And shout out LC. I know she was lurking for a while. I hadn't seen her name mentioned until I was shitting on the city of Austin for a while. That was pretty funny. She popped out and had to defend. I don't know if she's from Austin, but again, no beef. But I will say this. Coming into the season just in general, I already think that I'm going to like Texas and Arch Manning specifically because of how he started last year with all those expectations. It was not great. And then I thought he ended kind of on a high note. We did just get 10 more sub bags from Total Slayer, by the way, so I'm going to be a little distracted here and there.
W Total Slayer, thank you.
Thank you, Total Slayer, and happy Friday again to everyone. All right, let's just take a quick look at this overview and then go down the line and see what you guys think about their win total and their outlook on the year. Steve Sarkisian is back, 5 years, 48-20. Kyle Flood is the offensive coordinator. Will Muschamp, ever heard of him? Defensive coordinator, Gators legend. Returning 6 offensive starters, 5 defensive starters. Honestly, for a big-time program, that's kind of impressive. But also maybe it could tell you that they didn't have a lot of NFL talent that got drafted last year. I don't know if I had to just throw something off the top of my dome. After dropping an opener at Ohio State last year and then being upset at Florida in Game 5, which dropped the Horns out of the top 25 for the first time since 2022, the Longhorns spent the rest of the season playing catch-up. Considering that they have a Week 2 visit from Ohio State, by the end of September, they start open SEC play at Tennessee. It's no wonder why Sarkisian is prioritizing a fast start. They'll have to finish fast, too, with 4 other games against preseason ranked teams. All right, so a really tough schedule. I think I've already highlighted this with a separate tweet before. Top newcomer, Cam Coleman, wide receiver from Auburn. I remember this guy. He is really good. Safety, Jelani McDonald is their emerging star. Most valuable player, obviously, is Arch Manning. A couple big questions. Can the running game regain its explosiveness? Will the passing game execute more consistently? And can Will Muschamp take the defense to the next level? It's a Longhorn team that finished the year 10-3, went 6-2 in the Big 12, SEC, but they've got just a gauntlet of a schedule. Last season rankings, their defense really not that bad. Yardage not great, 40th, scoring 28th, rushing 14th, but the secondary must have been atrocious. 96 in the country for Texas secondary. Yikes. And the offense was also not that great. 41st in scoring, 68th in total yards, and 90th in rushing. Steak, tell me what the win total is for Texas and perhaps their odds to win the SEC or even the championship. And then what do you think? We'll go from you to Jovan, and then we'll walk through the schedule.
I'll tell you the win total, and let's start with Jovan since I know he has a read on this. I don't really. The win total is 9.5. The over is plus 114. They are plus 330 to win the SEC, which is second to only Georgia. Next is Bama at plus 850. So it's really just Georgia and Texas up here.
Okay. All right, Jovan, what you got a position on the Longhorns this season?
I like the under 9.5.
You do.
Which, to be honest, I hate Texas, but going into the season, I kind of figured I would be on that train of just sack up. It's going to be Arch's year, and I do still think he's going to be good. But I guess we can talk about it more when we go to the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the running game was as bad as people think it is or think it was last year. I think a lot of the problem was not the fact that Wisner and Baxter and whoever they had back there sucked. I think it was a lot of scheme. Everything was very predictable. So, you're running when they know you're going to run, which puts Arch in 3rd and long or whatever, so he's in obvious passing situations, which sucks. But I also just want to see it from Arch. We'll talk about the road games on that schedule. It's a little different than last year. The schedule looks a little more doable on paper, but the road games are tougher. So, we saw him, and sure, the team around him is going to be better this year, and he's going to have experience under his belt, but you saw him go to the Swamp. You saw him go to Georgia. Those 2 games turned out horrendously. I'm not even going to include Ohio State because maybe that'll even itself out this year. But looking at some of the road trips on their schedule this year, he's going to have to stack some serious wins and tough places to play to hit that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go over the schedule. But first, I want to mention something that is more of a zoom out thing. I think a couple of years ago, please correct me if I'm wrong, Did Texas bring in Gary Patterson as a associate or advisor?
Yeah,
that happened
briefly.
Yeah, I think I got in on Texas because of that. I like Gary Patterson and I like his presence. I know he's doing that with USC this year. Maybe he's washed and out of it.
Well, for USC this year, he's actually the DC. So he's
got it.
This is the first time he's bounced around to Texas and Baylor and a couple of those schools just as a assistant somewhere for a couple months, and then now he's actually DC at USC.
Okay. I guess what I'm wondering is this. They're bringing back 3 offensive linemen. The other 2 guys are seniors. Their left guard and their right tackle. And he's got 2 wide receivers coming back with Ryan Wingo, Emmett Mosley, and now Cam Coleman, who I think might be one of, if not the best receiver in college football. Is that fair?
He's
Well,
up there.
Jeremiah
Yeah,
Smith,
he's up there.
obviously, and
No, he's
Malachi
up there.
Tony. But yeah, he's up there. It sounds like he's got a lot of weapons. I don't even really want to talk about Arch Manning just yet. The defense needs improvement. Now, I'm not really a Matt Patricia guy, but I think it is safe to say that when Matt Patricia came to Ohio State, he certainly figured something out there, and their defense was awesome. But you could also point to the talent that they had on that side of the ball when they won the national championship. Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese, right? Like, here's the thing. I'm not a Will Muschamp guy, but I'm not a Will Muschamp guy as like a head coach. I never really thought he was a guy that I like. If I put myself in a position for college football player, like, do I want to go play for him? Not really. He's a little too hardo. And I think in this day and age, you need to be a balance of a player's coach and also maybe a little, discipline. But I do wonder if like a Brent Venables type on that side of the ball can find success. So I'm going to give Will Muschamp the benefit of the doubt and say that he'll improve Texas's defense. But I am still wondering, though. I mean, do they have dogs on defense? Like, is there anybody? I haven't looked at the like top big board of draft prospects, but because this was a big thing for Georgia, I felt like when I was watching Georgia the past few years, even when Notre Dame beat them in the college football playoff, I'm like, where are their dudes on defense? Like, they're kind of missing those guys. So
Yeah.
the offense seems like it's got some talent, but does the defense have that kind of talent? Steak, you're shaking your head. Yes, you think they do?
I think the team has one weakness. If you assume what everybody assumes is that Arch Manning will take the leap this year. I know he had moments last year, but he also had moments last year where he looked like dog shit. I think if you think Arch Manning's going to take a leap, this team only has one weakness, and it's the offensive line. I just think that weakness could end up being the biggest problem in some of these road games this team has, and I'll wait to address that, obviously, to when we go over the schedule. But having a bad offensive line in the SEC is probably the worst thing you could have. But yes, I think the defense is absolutely stacked. I think the wide receiver room is stacked. I don't know if either of you mentioned Hollywood Smothers, but Hollywood Smothers is a baller. Doesn't matter if the offensive line sucks, obviously. But I like everything about Texas except the offensive line. But when you go over the schedule, going into some of these places with a bad O-line is terrifying.
Colin Simmons is number 2 after Arch Manning. It says franchise-changing pass rusher. He's an edge junior. So I guess that would be a guy to keep an eye out for. He's 6'3", 245. So, all right, let's walk through this schedule and let's see if you're going under 9.5, you need 3 losses. I mean, I'm sure on paper with what I've seen, we'll probably be able to find them. But okay, home against Texas State to open up the season. We'll give them a win there. Then Ohio State. So, Jovan, what do you think? What do you think happens in the rematch against Ohio State?
Truthfully, like, I do think Texas wins that game, which I don't even think that I don't want to say I'm being generous giving them that game because I'm pretty sure they're like going to be short favorites in that game, but I can easily see that going either way. But I'll say they get the rematch.
I already can tell you I'll probably be on Texas's team total and I'll get cute because that was such a dreadful performance from Arch Manning's first go as a college quarterback. What was the final score? Was it 14-7?
14-7, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think they crossed midfield in like the first half. It was really, really bad. But again, year 2, got some experience under his belt. He's loaded. And that Ohio State defense is missing so many pieces. That's going to be a huge test for them on the road. So yeah, I agree. I like Texas there. Home against UTSA and then at Tennessee, first road game of the season, which they get a bye right after for Oklahoma. Are we giving them 4-0 or do you think they trip up in Tennessee?
I'll give them 3-0. And then I think between Tennessee and the Red River game, they lose one of them.
Okay. Steak, what do you think about that?
That's exactly where I'm at, 4-1.
All right, let's give them 4-1. Then they have they have 3 home games in a row. Florida, rematch. Ole Miss, Mississippi State. So at 4-1, what do we think about Texas? Florida, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. We going 2-1 there?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to beat Florida, right? You have to beat Florida.
Depends on if they beat Oklahoma. We know both of those teams the week after Red River. It's a terrible spot. Do I think they'll lose that? Probably not. Will Florida cover that game pretty easily? Yeah.
That's a very good point. Steak, what do you think?
I have them at 7-1. We'll talk about how I feel about Ole Miss because I have a feeling they're next.
Okay, and then Mississippi State, you don't think could play. Spoiler. All right, then this is a
Wait,
pretty
sorry
gruesome.
to cut you off. Didn't Mississippi State beat them last year? Or is that the game Arch had the crazy comeback?
That's when Arch had the crazy comeback and the guy caught the touchdown in overtime.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
All right, so you got him 7-1. Jovan, you got him 6-2, and this is how they end their season. No bye weeks. This is the November to remember. At Missouri, at LSU, home against Arkansas, at Texas A&M.
Oof.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, like that bye week is, I think, a problem. The fact that they get it that early before that stretch, because if you remember last year, I guess not that it helped them the next week, because I'm pretty sure they had it the week before Georgia, but that was like middle of that stretch, like later in the season. The fact that you're getting I don't know what week that is, but October 3rd bye week is pretty tough.
You know, we've been going through a lot of these schedules like this, and I've been noticing that most of these schools are having that bye week in like week 5. And I'm not sure I really understand it, but maybe they're front loading it because after the season, before the playoff, they get a week off or something. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like I used to see more bye weeks scattered through like weeks 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you. That before a stretch like that, that's not ideal. It's good to have it after a road game before you play Oklahoma. That works out pretty well. But yeah, I mean, fucking 8 more games like that, or 7, I guess.
I'll tell you right now, that at Missouri game to me is tricky. That could be a
before LSU.
That's before LSU. That's what I'm saying.
Arkansas, I don't know how we feel about them. I mean, we'll see if we get to them this year. Yeah, that's going to be senior night. They're probably not going to lose that game. So, all right. So, Jovan, if you've got them 6-2 going into that last 4, you can go 3-1 and still hit that under 9.5.
Missouri, LSU, Texas A&M, 2 of 3. They lose.
Steak, what do you think?
You're going 8-4, if I'm right.
Yeah,
Jovan's going 8-4.
Wait, two of the 3 they lose.
2 of the 3, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, 8-4. Steak, what do you got?
I'm going to go 9-3.
Okay, so
I am at 9-3 because I have them beating Ohio State.
Oh, okay, got it.
Beat Ohio State, lose to 1 of Tennessee, Oklahoma, and then 2 of 3 of Missouri, LSU, Texas A&M.
Oh, got it. So they're going to beat Florida, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So we got pretty much 9-3 across the board.
Yeah.
I don't know where I stand on this team as of yet. I don't think I want to fade Arch Manning. I just don't.
That's fair.
I don't like Sark at all. I don't really care for Will Muschamp, but I kind of liked what I saw from him towards the end of the season. Well, I mean, at Georgia, they did get their nuts kicked in 35-10. Arkansas 52-37. Texas A&M 27-17. Michigan's fucking terrible 41-27. Sorry, Pranav. But also at Mississippi State, they scored 45. Vanderbilt, they beat Vanderbilt 34-31. So they won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of their last 8 games. But their offense in those first 2 wins was dreadful. 23 against Oklahoma and 16 against Kentucky, which I had their team total over in that game. I'll never forget it. All right.
Just, I don't know. That stretch of games was just, I don't want to say easy, but easier than I think people think to realize.
That's fair.
Or want to realize.
Yeah.
Just like I go through the road games in this year's schedule and I'm like, even for you, like you can try this. Like what road environments on the schedule can you picture Arch Manning going in and getting a win in?
I just love the bias that comes out from sports fans when we talk negatively about their team because Mr. Association is clearly a Texas fan. Everyone's wrong. 11-1. Someone didn't watch the last 2 months of the season. Mr. Association, listen, with all due respect, you've never given me a hard time, so I'm not trying to make an enemy out of you. But just to be totally fair, the last 2 months of the season were October and were November. And if I am not mistaken, that means that Kentucky game would have been in there.
Yep.
And that was one of the worst offensive performances I think I had seen all last season.
12 for 27, 132 yards, no touchdowns.
It was awful. It was awful. I was at a bar watching.
I watched that in the last 2 months of the year.
It was absolutely dreadful. And then for 3 quarters in Mississippi State, it was also awful.
That's important to remember.
Yeah.
That they were awful a large portion of that game too.
Yeah. And I mean, at Georgia 35-10, that's he was hurt. Got it. Okay.
Mr. Association is tame compared to the Steelers fans yesterday.
That's true. He was hurt. That's fine. We could talk about the Bucs being terrible last year because Baker was hurt. So everybody's hurt. It's whether you're hurt or you're injured. How do you guys feel about jumping to Florida?
I mean, look
love to jump to Florida.
Steak.
Talk to a Gator fan and a Gator whisperer.
Yeah, I didn't know if we wanted a little bit of a buffer between or going right into it. I'm kind of into going right into it. So let's talk about your Florida Gators. Again, for whatever reason, every time I've heard Jovan and Behind the Lines talk about college football, I feel like Jovan always – you have a position on the Gators, whether that's fading or betting on. I don't know if you've found success or not, but it sounds like you might have a read on them this year. So last season, dreadful, 4-8, 2-6 in the SEC. John Sumrall is coming in first year overall as a head coach. He's 43-12 in 4 years. Buster Faulkner is the offensive coordinator. I believe, Steak, you told me that's the guy from Georgia Tech.
Correct.
Brad White is their defensive coordinator. They got 4 offensive starters coming back, 4 defensive starters coming back. Quick overview here. Sumrall isn't preaching a rebuild, but he is cautious in pointing out the team's suspect depth. A chance to move up the SEC standings and rejoin the top 25 is available to the Gators, given a more manageable schedule with Tennessee and LSU replaced by Kentucky and South Carolina. Ooh, they need a quarterback to emerge early before 3 consecutive October games against Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma. Top newcomer is Eric Singleton Jr. Where did this guy go? Georgia Tech.
Well, he went from Georgia Tech to Auburn. Now he's back with the guys from Georgia Tech.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Emerging star wide receiver. So another wide receiver here, Vernell Brown.
Yes.
He earned all SEC freshman honors after leading Florida in receptions last year. Most valuable player, running back Jaden Baugh. I like this guy. I like him a lot, actually. Yep. So he's 6'1", 225. The projected quarterback starter is Aaron Philo. He's 6'2", 205. He's a sophomore. You got 2 offensive linemen coming back. And again, 4 defensive starters, kind of all scattered throughout. Last season, your offense was fucking dreadful. 109th in scoring, 102nd in total yards. Crazy. The defense wasn't as pathetic. 60th in scoring, 70th in yards. I mean, you kind of tip your cap a little bit to what the defense was able to do. But you ended the season on a high note, Steak. It should be noted. You beat Florida State. 40-21. So you wrote a little positivity and momentum going into the offseason here. All right, I'll hand it off to you. Wait, real quick. The 3 big questions. I do like doing this. Who will start at quarterback? So it does sound like there might be some competition with redshirt freshman Tramel Jones Jr. And can the offensive line come together? Can the defense force more takeaways? All right, Steak, what's the win total for Florida, and what do you think about your Gators?
7.5. It looks like the over is plus 130. The under is minus 160. It's a talented team. I think I'm buying everything John Sumrall's been selling this summer. I'm also very optimistic because I've been so negative because I hate Billy Napier so much and think he just did an absolute dog shit job. But I mostly was impressed that John Sumrall got a top 10 transfer portal class in his first year, which I think is absolutely huge. I guess my concern is, like you said, the offensive line. They lost big members of the offensive line, including Jake Slaughter, who I think was all SEC. I'm worried that I want to know that Aaron Philo is the quarterback. I want to hear that come from the camp, whereas I'm seeing things about trying 2 quarterbacks in the first game, which I hate that. I hate that so much. You brought over Buster Faulkner. That had to be because Aaron Philo is going to be the quarterback. So I want to hear some kind of words of confidence about Aaron Philo soon to get really excited. But the wide receiver room is crazy. I think you could make a case for Jaden Baugh being one of the best running backs in the country, and the defense should be decent. So I am cautiously optimistic.
Pretty fair, well-rounded take, I think. Just looking up Aaron Philo here, as I mentioned his measurables. He's from Bogart, Georgia, so he was a hometown kid when they got him at Georgia Tech. But you had mentioned this to me. It is important because I like Georgia Tech, and it does suck that they lost not only their offensive coordinator, but you had told me this guy, Aaron Philo, they were really excited about. They wanted him to be the guy to replace Haynes King. I was looking at his game log. All he's really got is one game against Gardner Webb. He got in there, and he was 21 for 28, 373 yards, 3 carries, 14 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But I don't have much to go off of for a sample size, just more so trusting the coordinator or whatnot. Jovan, what are your thoughts on Florida?
I mean, I think the talent's certainly there. I'm kind of to the point where I'm also buying exactly what Summerall is selling. I would be lying to you if I said I was super in love with Philo, which is probably my number one. I don't know if concern is the right word necessarily, but number one thing holding me back from being like all in on the Gators hitting their win total and going beyond that. But I like this team. I like this team a lot. There are plenty of weapons for them to be successful, and I do like that you're bringing over, in all likelihood, like the quarterback that already knows the system.
Very good take. I can't pretend like I'm going to have a strong opinion on Philo. I'm also looking at the other guy that's competing with him, Tramel Jones Jr. He got in against Long Island, 12 for 18, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Played a little against Kentucky, 9 for 17. Didn't really do much. So this could be a team that I guess maybe needs a couple games to get going. So let's jump into their schedule and see if we can
as you go through the schedule. I think Florida, as tough as the schedule looks, it's not as tough as last year's, but as tough as it looks, I think out of anybody I've looked at in college football so far this year, they benefit the most from weird scheduling spots and narratives throughout the whole schedule.
There's one I'm excited to talk about.
Okay, very interesting. So they've got 2 tune-up games already. Just like I said, they're going to need a couple games to get going. This is very, very helpful for a team like this. FAU home and Campbell home, so that's great. But then shit gets real because they go on the road and they play Auburn. But Jovan, are you going to tell me that that's also after Auburn plays Baylor? Or no, that's a game after.
They have a game in between, but I think the good part of that is that's Auburn, who's bringing in a full new system from the Group of Five's first SEC conference game, even though it is at Jordan-Hare. What a spot to get Auburn at if you're Florida.
And one other thing, Byron Brown and Alex Golish beat the Gators in the swamp last year.
Revenge game against Byron Brown and that whole regime.
And I think if John Summerall wants to make a statement, it has to start right there. If John Summerall is going to have a good year, I think it has to start right there at Auburn.
Kind of love what you're talking about. KP Betts in the chat says Florida is minus 110 right now. Wow.
Yeah. And while that's going on, you know what's also going on that week? Ole Miss LSU. And you know who Ole Miss plays the next week?
Florida.
In the swamp.
Oh, Lord.
So I think we're all going to, or most of us are probably going to agree, or at least bet on Ole Miss in that game. Probably the biggest letdown spot possible in all of college football right after that in the swamp.
Yeah, because, I don't even know, like, letdown if they win, but I would say this, even if they lose,
I think
exactly. It's a hard game to get up for after the Lane Kiffin Ole Miss LSU game. But is that game in Ole Miss? It is, isn't it?
No, it's in the swamp. Oh, no.
The LSU game? Yeah.
Sorry. Ole Miss LSU is in Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So if Ole Miss wins, they're gonna fucking burn the town down. They're gonna party their ass off. And if they lose, they're gonna have their heads down all week in practice. Put Florida on my card already week 4 against Ole Miss. Go ahead.
One more thing made Jackson Dart cry at the swamp 2 years ago.
Oh, I'll never forget it. It's kind of the big reason I was anti-Jackson Dart in the NFL, and that take is not. That's aging poorly. Okay. How about this? Let's be real for a second. Florida might not go to Missouri after Ole Miss and win. So how about we're being cautiously optimistic and having some fun? Let's give them 4-1.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we could be conservative more and just say 3-2.
Okay, fine. They're going to lose one.
Saying 4-1 either.
Okay, fine. Yeah. They're going to lose one of at Auburn and home against Ole Miss. Sure. Okay, 1-1 there. And then let's say they lose to Missouri. So 3-2. Home against South Carolina. Is Lenore Sellers back for South Carolina?
Yes.
I hope MJ's not in here, but that guy sucks.
He sucks.
Guy sucks. Is Shane Beamer back?
Yes, which he's kind of back against the wall, but
I know.
they brought over Kendall Briles from TCU. Good play caller.
I do like Shane Beamer, though.
I'm not as low on South Carolina as you, Jeff, but I'll call that a win for the Gators at home.
Well, what I was going to say is this is a game before they go to Texas, but you're not in a look-ahead spot if you're Florida. So, if anything, you want to get this win.
Especially if you're coming off a loss.
Exactly. You want to get this win before you go get beaten up by Texas. So, that's fine. Let's give them 4-2, and then they go to Texas October 17th and lose. So, 4-3. They have a bye week there. That's good. And then they play Georgia. Wait, they're playing Georgia in Atlanta? They're not playing them in.
Yeah, they stopped Jacksonville for the time being.
Why?
Oh, well, they're redoing the stadium. Could that have something to do with it?
Yeah, it could.
Probably, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Maybe we should go.
Huge advantage for the Bulldogs, who did not need an advantage, to be clear.
Yeah, right. So the world's largest outdoor cocktail party relocates to Atlanta. Okay, so let's give them
4-4.
4-4. Oklahoma at home.
They're beating Oklahoma. Not a doubt. That's the most confident I am about a game on the whole schedule.
Oh my God! Well, can I ask you why?
Well, this is unfamiliar territory, of course, for Oklahoma. Definitely a storied rematch of the Sugar Bowl, maybe that they're going to make a big deal out of coming into that. But Oklahoma, they did the same thing as we were talking about, like the early bye, to where they come off of that. They have big game against Texas, Red River, and then they kind of lull themselves to sleep with 3 shit games after that, right before going to the swamp, which I think is a recipe for disaster.
Kind of into it. So you say unfamiliar territory. So Oklahoma has not gone to Florida yet for
I think they've played in the swamp in like 50 years or something like that. Chat can check me on that, but I remember seeing a tweet around that. But it's been a while. They have not played there since they've been in the SEC. I know that.
Okay. All right. So we'll give them 5-4 at Kentucky.
John Summerall's alma mater. What a narrative game that is.
I didn't know that. I got to give them a win here if I think they're going to be decent.
So that's 6-3.
6-4.
Sorry. Yep, 6-4. All right. So you need, if it's 7.5, you got to win the last 2 games. Home against Vanderbilt, senior night. No Diego Pavia is huge, although I am a huge, big Clark Lee guy.
The week after Alabama goes to Nashville, by the way.
Starting to pick up what you're putting down.
Yeah,
no. Are you lagging?
Am I doing okay so far? I'm just going to make sure I'm on the right. I'm going to make sure I'm on the right network. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you guys like Florida to beat Vanderbilt. I'll tag along there, and then finishing it up at Florida State. I don't have confidence in Florida State really beating anybody this year, so I'll go ahead and give you 8 wins. I'll give you 8 wins.
My prediction for the Florida State game is that Florida State will have an interim coach by this point, and it won't be Mike Norvell.
I will be interested to keep eyes on the Florida Gators. Is there anyone that you are specifically keeping an eye on, or is it really just the Jaden Bow show?
The receivers are nasty.
The receivers are gross. Like Dallas Wilson is an absolute freak. So, I mean, between him, Vernell Brown, Eric Singleton, like you could tell me any of those guys are going for 200 on a given week, and I wouldn't be shocked. But Dallas Wilson, if he can stay healthy, which has kind of been a problem, he's going to be a household name very, very quickly.
Okay. Freshman. He's got 6'3", 218. Seems like a big dude. Kind of into it. All right. Let's go. Where should we shift to now? Should we go?
Ole Miss.
Let's go to Ole Miss. Let's get right to it. No point in fucking around. 10:45. Got a strong 15 more minutes of SEC talk before Greg joins, and then we'll shift to the NFL for the NFC South. All right, Ole Miss. They are preseason ranked number 9 in this magazine. They were 13-2 last year, 7-1 in the SEC. But obviously, everybody should know that Lane Kiffin left. In comes Pete Golding. He was 3-1 last year, had a nice run in the playoff, almost beat Miami. That was a very fun, thrilling game. John David Baker, offensive coordinator, Brian Brown, defensive coordinator. 5 offensive starters coming back, 5 defensive starters coming back. That's a lot in this day and age. 10 starters coming back. Here's a quick overview. Ole Miss is coming off the winningest season in program history. Wow. Sell high. And a trip to the college football playoffs or semifinals. A handful of the Rebels' biggest stars are back for an encore on a team that, on paper, could very well be better than last year's. Holy shit. The schedule is tough, and they won't sneak up on anybody. The SEC opener on September 19th at Vaught Hemingway. What the fuck is that? That's what their stadium's called? Vaught Hemingway? Interesting.
Yeah.
Against Kiffin's LSU squad already has its storyline set. Beyond that, it's brutally typical of the SEC with trips to Florida, Oklahoma, and Texas, and back-to-back dates in Oxford against Auburn and Georgia. Top newcomer is linebacker Luke Farrelly, ACC Defensive Rookie of the Year at Cal. That's interesting transition, going from Cal Berkeley to Ole Miss. Emerging star, this name rings a bell. Defensive lineman Will Eccles. I believe I remember seeing him last year. He's a fucking stud. He has had some transfer portal hauls over the years, but it's development, homegrown defensive lineman, impressive. A Mississippi native. He grew into one of the top defensive tackles in the SEC last season. And then Trinidad Chambliss looks to be the MVP of the team. What does Trinidad Chambliss do for an encore? Can the defense be elite? What does a full season with Pete Golding in charge look like? This team last year had 1 loss in the regular season. It was at Georgia by 8 points. Again, a very, very good squad. Ranks 10th in scoring offensively, 3rd passing, 2nd in total yards. The defense was a little up and down. 37th in scoring, 48th in total yards, and not a very good rush defense. So, all right, Steak. Oh my God, I can't forget Keywan Lacey. I actually really like Keywan Lacey. 5'11", 205 junior. He's a bad motherfucker. They have their left guard, center, and right guard coming back, which is important. What are the win totals? And let's get some thoughts on the Ole Miss Rebels.
8.5 is the win total, plus 120. I think the most interesting thing is not the hype on Ole Miss, because that can be debated, but the hype on Trinidad Chambliss is undeniable. He's down to 13-1 to win the Heisman. Oh I think obviously the whole season depends on him, but I'll kick it to Jovan first before I give my take. I want to fade, but I'm scared to fade.
I think everybody is starting to want to fade, and I think the regression that everybody's expecting from no Lane Kiffin, and to be honest, like, I think people have not quite looked at the roster and just assumed that they lost a lot more than they did. But the talent is still there on the roster, and I think all of it's already baked in enough to the fact where people are probably going to get bit a little bit by fading. And the biggest one I can see, at least immediately, the most fake sharp play of week 1 looks already like Louisville.
Mm. I love Louisville in general.
I know. I mean, I love Jeff Brom. I think a lot of people at least respect him and respect what he does, especially as a dog. We just saw it last year against Carson Beck Miami on the road.
Yeah.
8.5. I will tell you this. I totally forgot about Keywan Lacey. Keywan. He is a bad motherfucker. He runs hard, and I really do like that Will Eccles guy. I did not realize they're returning so many people. I was looking forward to fading potentially. Chambliss, Snowman, had a comment. He says he's so overrated. He was first team preseason All-American. The one thing that I would point out, he was a really, really fun player, but it's one of those things in college football and just sports in general. Like you've got not a year of him. I guess he didn't start week 1, but he played 8 games? Played a good amount of games. Yeah. Played a good amount of games, played a couple in the college football playoff. Like you've got tape on him. And also there could be a little bit of a step back given that there's no Charlie Weiss Jr. I still can't believe this fucking guy is a pretty decent offensive coordinator. So we know Golding is more of a defensive minded guy. I don't know a lot about the offensive coordinator now, but yeah, just a couple of dudes that I am familiar with that we mentioned on this roster gives me a little bit of pause. Let's go through the schedule and see if we can find 9 wins. So Louisville in Nashville. I do like Jeff Brom. I was on Louisville last year. Pretty disappointing. Mason, maybe this isn't the right way to go about it. Like the coach, they always get too much credit when you win, too much blame when you lose. I really just did not think Mason Miller was the guy. And it's unfortunate because They had badass running backs, badass wide receivers. Miller Moss. Chris Bell is gone, but Isaac Brown is coming back. He is so good. I really don't know enough about this fucking Lincoln Kindholtz guy coming in. And so that really concerns me about Lincoln Kindholtz starting his first game against an Ole Miss team who's going to be pissed off, chip on their shoulder, and Trinidad Chambliss, who's essentially staying put. So I'm going to go 1-0 Ole Miss.
Yeah. I'll be honest, because Jovan brought it up and it's such a good thing to bring up. I still may be one of the people jumping right into the fake sharp trap of Louisville because I like them so much that I don't know that I'm going to be able to turn down the touchdown I'm getting offered. But Lincoln Kindholtz is the reason. Like, I have Louisville to win the ACC already. I think that's a better wager because I would like to see a game of Lincoln Kindholtz against an SEC defense that's still pretty fucking stacked and a defensive-minded head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I may sit it out. It's going to be tough because I really want to take them, but I do like Louisville in general a lot.
Yeah. Home against Charlotte. That's the week before LSU. We'll give them 2-0. No look ahead sneaky spot. Although never forget when Jovan started, we started featuring picks in the Degenerate newsletter, and I feel like there were 2 or 3 times Charlotte made it, which was fucking hilarious.
It was probably half of the season.
For
the first season I did it.
Had some really good times with Charlotte. Had some really bad times with Charlotte.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget them. All right, home against LSU. So if we like them to slip up in the following week in the swamp, how about we say they beat LSU? What do you guys think about that?
Yeah.
3-1?
Yeah.
Anyone know the spread on that game?
LSU?
-1.5 right now.
Ooh, wow. Damn. I'm going to say LSU wins.
Yeah, it's kind of a coin flip for me too.
The thing is, I don't fuck with Lane Kiffin at all. That's why it's crazy for me to
know
after he leaves because I'm not really a Lane Kiffin guy.
I know. You should be buying. You should be buying Ole Miss.
I did in the playoff last year.
You did. Yeah, you definitely did. Okay, so you're gonna give him 2-2 stake, Jovan.
Wait. How did I get to 2-2?
Well, don't we think Florida's gonna beat him in the swamp week 4?
Damn, holy shit. Okay, let's say 2-2.
Okay. Then they get a early bye at Vanderbilt. Give them a win.
Yes.
Win. I'll go 4-1. Home against Missouri, and this is the week before they go to Texas. So, look ahead spot.
I'm giving them a win because it's at home. I would think it would be a lot tougher as a look ahead spot at Missouri. So I'll go win.
I'll go win.
Yeah. I'll give them a win, but that's going to be a weird game.
Yeah.
Oh, Austin Simmons revenge game.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's fun. In Ole Miss. That's a fun game. Ole Miss is winning now. Ole Miss will win.
I liked Austin Simmons too. I'm not out on him by any means. All right, I'll give him 5-1. I'm gonna give him a loss the following week at Texas though. So I'm gonna give him 5-2 there. What do you guys have him doing at Texas?
Losing.
Yeah.
Okay. So Steak, you've got what do you have? You have 3 losses.
3, but I do not feel confident about that at all.
Wow. Jovan and I are at 5-2. All right. Back-to-back home games, Auburn and Georgia. Should we say they go 1-1?
Yes.
So 6-3 for me. And Jovan. At Oklahoma. What are they doing at Oklahoma, Jovan? I feel like you're the Oklahoma guy.
Here's my hot take, because this is right after the Oklahoma-Florida game. I think after they lose to Florida, Oklahoma, the wheels fall off, which means they lose this game, and then right after they have Texas A&M, they might lose that one too.
I am on Oklahoma under 7.5 wins, so I love to hear it. I'm committed to hating John Mateer.
All right. So
you guys should be 7-3, and I should be 6-4 if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. Wofford. So 8-3, and then home against Mississippi State. I believe I have 9 wins for Ole Miss this season. I'm sorry, Steak.
Don't be. I'm not even mad.
Okay.
I have 8. I'm not mad.
All right. That's a pretty good way to start. It's 10:55. Before we get Greg on, Jovan, I am curious because we are going to talk NFC South. Have you done your NFC South research and due diligence already this season?
Just naturally, because the Bucs are in the division.
Right. So I am curious. as we are both Bucks fans. Where are you with Tampa and Baker and all the nonsense that's going on? I think we briefly touched on this when I came on your guys' 24-hour stream, which, by the way, I don't think you got enough glaze for that. You did a fantastic job. Krabs taking a nap was kind of insane. And
you got to move. He took a nap and then also missed Trent's birthday dinner is crazy. You got to go one. You got to only get one.
And I listen, I haven't known Krabs for that long, but I would have put the odds of that happening at 500 to 1. Like truly just no way. Nap and sleeping 8 hours and missing Benihana.
Not the nap, but we were talking. I was telling him he was going to miss Benihana all week. That's
crazy.
Well, because Krabs does that very often on the road when we're on trips and shit. I guess that's something you wouldn't know. He sometimes will just disappear into his room, and we'll find a text from him hours later. He said, "Yeah, dude, I knocked out for like 5 hours." Shit.
What, Jovan? Do you remember what I told you at Picking Up the Park at Yankee Stadium?
What?
Krabs and Degen are more similar than they want to admit, dude. He fucking sneaks off the nap, dude. He's got more Jeff Sunday in him than he wants to admit, dude.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. I mean, Krabs is kind of, that's why he's nicknamed Krabs. He's kind of a crabby, like crunchy older dude, you know? So
there's similarities, dude.
I did it. I was a little taken aback by him being anti-peanuts at a baseball game. However, we've gotten some clarification on the peanut situation, more so being like dropping the shells on the concourse, which I have done some thinking about, and maybe I have some regrets.
Have you given or talked about his plane antics yet?
Who's plane antics?
Krabs.
Krabs?
What do you do on the plane?
No.
How he intentionally, no matter how long the flight is, no matter how long he's sitting in the plane with a delay, does not take the free drink and snack because it's a handout.
No, that's ridiculous. That's the dumbest shit
I've heard. On the way to and from Picking in the Park, we were in the plane for 2 hours each on the tarmac. He still refused. That's like a 5.5 hour total trip, maybe 6, including the delays in there. Still refused to take the drink and peanuts or pretzels or whatever they're given.
Is there any world where you can convince Krabs that that's included in the price of the ticket? Because it 100%.
Oh, we've tried this. We've tried this already. He refuses to acknowledge it.
Okay, so that out of all the Krabs things, I would say that is the biggest bit. That's a full-on bit. What would he do in first class? Have you ever sat first class with him?
He's not going first class.
Oh, he won't go first class. Even if it was a free upgrade?
We've asked him so many times if he got offered a free upgrade to first class, would he take it? He says no.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
The crazy part is I believe it. I absolutely believe it.
I would be so mad if I was with my friend and he turned down first class.
No, it's really not a big like Cam.
He also won't recline his seat, right?
What?
He won't recline his seat, right?
No, can't recline your seat. Just no me guy moves in the plane.
I agree. My wife reclines her seat as soon as like we take off, and it drives me insane. I do not recline my seat. I'm with Krabs on that. Like no taking. Well, you can take your shoes off if you're on like a fucking 8-hour flight, but if I'm going from New York to Orlando, I'm not taking my shoes off, and I'm not reclining my seat. Hard no.
Can I ask you guys a question? Is this a me guy move? When I was flying home with my buddy, been friends for 20 years, Jeff Sunday knows him. We both have the aisle seats in Delta Comfort. So like I'm in C and he's in D. Mm-hmm. He walks in before me and he sees in his seat there is a lady with a pretty large child that's screaming. So then he immediately sat in my seat, C. So then I had to take D next to the kid who touched me and crawled on me and tried to play with my phone the entire time. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Insane.
He claimed he didn't know, but I literally watched his brain do the thing. Yeah, dude, crazy.
And disowning that friend.
It was crazy.
Did you say, "Hey, man, you're in my seat"?
Absolutely. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, dude. I'm my bad, blah blah blah." And then he went to sleep.
I dead ass might call the flight attendant and make him get out of the seat.
Insane. And the crazy thing is he's a 1,000,000-miler platinum Delta guy. So he flies like 3 times a month, literally.
How did you accept that? That's what I want to know.
Thank you, Jovan. Thank you, Jovan.
It's a fair question. Been my friend too long. I just let it go. Then I didn't want to make a scene. I felt bad. The mom, like, pulled off her headphones to tell me that he was autistic, and then I obviously was very nice to him after that point. But it's like, yeah, he dealt me that hand for sure.
You should have seen. Fuck, was it on the way or on the way back? One of the two to pick it in the park. Krabs. We were all scattered because there were some interesting flight situations, but we were all scattered throughout the back of the plane, probably 2 rows back, and Krabs is sitting in the window seat. Up pulls this just absolutely scattered family. So it's like a mom, 2 kids, and then like the dad is like sitting back by us, but they're like screaming, throwing up, everything right next to Krabs. You should have seen his face like 5 minutes in as we were sitting on the tarmac. He was so fucking pissed, just staring off into the abyss, like shaking his head. Luckily, the dad was sitting near us, so we switched him with Krabs eventually, but he was so mad.
I mean, that's kind of valid.
No, that's 100% valid. It was unreal that it happened to be Krabs that just sitting next to the family.
That's so funny, dude. That's so funny.
I love seeing Matthew Frosty's comments in here. He says Jeff might be right. Steak is too nice. I legitimately, if that happened, I'm just telling you right now, I wouldn't have sat down.
Yeah.
If
no, I know you wouldn't have. I know you wouldn't have. I know you very well. You would not have. I'll tell you. You want to hear about a time I wasn't as nice on an airplane?
Yeah. I need that.
I was sitting in 24D. I'm always aisle. No matter what, I'm always got to be aisle so I can get up and pee. I don't want to be trapped in by people. This mom walks up to me and she says, "Hey, I'm so sorry, but I was sitting next to like her husband and a kid, and then she was sitting in 27B. And she's like, will you switch seats with me so I could sit with my family?" And I said, "What seat do you have?" She said, 27B. I said, "Is that a middle seat?" She said, "Yeah, it's a middle seat." I said, "Absolutely not." I said, "Good job. Offense. I would love for you to sit with your family, but there's a 0% chance I'm sitting in a middle seat. I'm so sorry." And she was cool.
Those might be the worst possible people on a plane.
100% agree.
People that will try to guilt trip you into sitting in a shit seat just because they want to sit next to their friends or family.
2-hour flight, by the way. It's like, yo, your husband will be fine with this fucking kid for 2 hours.
Yeah, deal with it.
Yeah, good job. All right, Jovan, thanks a lot for joining us and talking some SEC. Always great talking football with you. We'll have to do it a lot more during the season. And then, of course, when we get some puck coming back. Good luck, by the way. How about our Rays? 9-0 on a West Coast road trip. Second team to do that ever. And, yeah, no show today. But will you guys be back up and running next week? Regular scheduled programming?
Not regular schedule because I think we're doing – I don't know what it's going to look like now, but some variation of the host swap that Rav's trying to pull off.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So I know he's changing that schedule to see for when you guys are here and everybody else is here. So I don't know what it's going to look like, but we'll be streaming for sure.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Talk about Ravcations and Gootscations. Fucking Steak going back on the road again for 2 more days tomorrow and out of town, out of commission, throwing off Rav's genius plan that he's had for so long, swapping shows. Actually, I do like.
I was told LC had a schedule conflict as well, so I'm not the only one to blame.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Yeah. Bet you fucking were. Thanks, Jovan. Sure. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll be. What's the saying? I was gonna say we'll be seeing you later, but how about we just say we'll be seeing?
Yeah, we'll be.
Right? I do that right? We'll be seeing. Yeah, we'll be seeing.
W Jovan.
Right. See you, dude. W Jovan. It's pretty good, right? I don't throw around "we'll be seeing" too often.
Dude, flawless. That was flawless, man.
That's pretty good. All right, I do feel like my computer's lagging a little bit, even when I'm clicking things.
No, I think you're doing fine. Stop putting that in the universe.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's get Greg up here. It's always great to see our buddy Greg. Greg, hold on. There we go. There he is. Looking sharp as ever. How's that microphone? Oh no.
No, he's muted. He's muted.
No, I know, but he wasn't muted. And then he moved his mic. You didn't need to move your mic. You just need to move your camera to your right. Move your camera to your right.
And touch it gently, Greg. Touch your camera.
Touch not the microphone. Like no, that's your left.
Give us one of these, Greg.
A little bit. Or you could just move to the left. You're moving it down. Yeah. It's all about getting centered. Yep. There you go. Nope.
There we go.
Yep. That's good. Okay. And then if you want to fix your mic, now's the time, good time to do it. Yep. We're making progress.
We there?
Oh God, I knew it.
Damn, you sound good.
Damn, you sound good.
Dude, as soon as I moved it, the cord's just shit.
No, and we're out. Cord's out.
No,
mic's out.
Okay.
Mike
shouldn't be out.
Mike's out. Chat can confirm. Mike's out.
I hear him. Money habits.
Hear
hears
him
me.
is a different thing.
Are you talking about me?
No,
Stay-
me.
no.
It's all me.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's a
It's
mean
out.
thing
Thank
to
you.
say.
The only guys I can
TRB.
rely on for actual like audio and visual opinions are Snidesy and quantitative eating. Everybody else, it like takes the steak approach. It's like, yeah, I hear you. It must be fine. Like, no, it's not about hearing him. It's the microphone quality. We are talking quality here. We got him locked in for an hour. Let's get Swizz. You're a good one too. My bad. Let's give it 10 seconds.
Better. It's saying the mic's plugged in and it's working.
Tap it. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think we're good too.
Yep. All
There
right.
we go.
Great job.
ID says bang.
Yep. Okay. Greg, thanks for joining. We appreciate it. Back-to-back streams. We are grinding. You're doing a great job with the newsletter, by the way. If you guys haven't subscribed to the newsletter, please, you can do so on the Degenerate Weekly website. It is
Goots
free.
put the link in the chat.
Goots is off.
Of course.
But actually, yeah, he's not actually off. The Book It crew is back on the road, which, by the way, I got to give Krabs
1 second.
Okay.
Bye, Greg.
I do have to give Krabs some credit. He's had a hell of a week.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Moving and then going to Toronto is crazy.
Well, how about pick it at the park, then moving?
Pick it at the park, then moving, and also you're forgetting one really funny part. I believe he moved his girlfriend in with him.
Well, yeah, that was
So
that was
like, hey babe, you're all moved in. Have a good time. I got to go bet the ponies in Canada.
Dude, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. I mean, I fucking. He's younger though, so you could still do stuff like that. But man, I need a couple days. We both need a couple days to kind of fully feel like ourselves after a weekend like Pick It at the Park. Imagine driving 18 hours. He stopped in Memphis, which I heard him yesterday talking about Memphis. Sounds like he'll never go there again. Unloading a U-Haul, doing a show, and then bam, back flying over to the East Coast in Toronto. So got to give Krabs his flowers for grinding. Greg, good to see you. The hair looks excellent. Your hair days do not miss.
Incredible hair, really incredible hair.
Look at that.
Let me ask you a question about your hair. I'm being dead serious about this too. For a while, I had a really hard time trying to figure out how to get like a little fluff in my hair, and I realized you got to dry your hair, then not put the stuff in like while your hair is soaking wet.
I go wet.
I also have a question when DJ's done with this.
You don't even use a blow dryer?
No, do you a blow dryer? You know how short my hair is?
Well, I mean, it doesn't look that short.
I mean, it's too short for a blow dryer.
Well, it's got a lot of fluff in the front, and it's a good thing. I'm saying you're doing a good job.
You got to talk to the barber. I tell the barber leave more up front than in the back.
I know, but even still, when you do it yourself, when you leave the barber, you can put the shit in your hair when it's too wet and it's like flat. Yours has some puff, some volume, whatever you fucking call it. Steak, go ahead. What's your question?
If you were me, Greg, I've been bald since I was about 19 years old, so that's like 18 years of being bald. Everybody in my life knows me as bald. Do you think it would be funny if I just went to Turkey and came back on the scene with a full head of hair?
You're not naturally bald, right? Like if you grew your hair out.
If I grew my hair out, it would be like the peninsula, is that what they call it? Or the fucking Jewfro, where it's like a lot over here and very little up here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why not do it?
I could say Jewfro, by the way, chat. Fully Jewish.
I don't think you should do that. I think there are some people who cannot. It doesn't work when they're bald, and I get it, and they fight it. Like I don't know that I would work as a bald guy. I could shave my head and pull that off. You like the bald look works on you.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
You
have to be a guy to be bald.
Don't go to Turkey.
No, don't go to Turkey. You have the build, the tats kind of work into it. The chains help. Everything about it. Good thing you can do facial hair. Imagine if you couldn't do facial hair, that would be tough.
It would be the worst thing ever.
Yeah, that you should go to Turkey if you all of a sudden can't grow a beard anymore, is what I would say.
You just get a tattoo on your head. It's like the only place you don't have a tattoo.
I'm not allowed to. My wife, after I did the neck and the back of my head, she said,
"Do like the Carlos Boozer, just
do the Chewy." All right, let's get into the NFC South.
Let's do it.
Is that today?
That's today.
Let's do it. All right. I've got some thoughts, guys, and I'll give them to you. I'm very excited to talk about this division. If anybody is new to following us, first and foremost, welcome. I am a Bucks fan. Steak is a Vikings fan. Greg is a Steelers fan. I definitely. Well, I'll wait to talk about that when we get to the Bucks. Let's go in alphabetical order, and that is with the Atlanta Falcons. So we'll do a quick preview, run through on the team, the situation, and then go down the line and talk thoughts. So it's a new regime coming into Atlanta. Out with Raheem Morris and in with Kevin Stefanski. He also brought with him Tommy Rees, offensive coordinator, a Notre Dame quarterback legend, if people forget. Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator, is still there. So he was there last year. I believe Jeff Ulbrich is a guy with a really good beard, and he came from the Jets, if I'm not mistaken.
Jets guy, yeah.
I'll get eyes on Jeff Ulbrich real quick.
I'm not the biggest Jeff Ulbrich guy. Hint, hint. I'm also not the biggest Tommy Rees guy. I'm also not the biggest Kevin Stefanski guy. Nevertheless, we move forward.
Great beard. You're right, dude. Great beard.
Yeah, good beard. Almost too good, honestly. Oh, talk about guys that work bald. Robert Salah. Great bald guy.
Jeff Ulbrich worked bald, dude. This motherfucker rocks.
Yep, him too. I don't know why I glossed over him. The win total looks to be 7.5. The records here, back-to-back years of going 8-9, 8-9, and then 7-10 before that. So they have not seen a 500 team in Atlanta in a couple of years. Let's go down and look at the players that they've lost. So Caden Ellis, linebacker, is gone. He's with the Saints. David Onyemata, interior defensive lineman, is now with the Jets. Tyler Algier is gone. He's with the Cardinals. D. Alford is now with the Bills. Darnell Mooney is now with the Giants. Kadero Hodge is gone, although he hasn't really signed anywhere. So maybe that's a testament to his production last year. Let's talk about who they do have now. Jahan Dotson. Paid him $7.5 million to be a wide receiver. Yikes, that reeks of desperation. Jawan Taylor, right tackle, paid him $5 million. And everybody else was relatively cheap. Tua Tagovailoa, I did not realize this, $1.2 million. Say what you want about Tua, but getting a guy who's got experience for $1.2 million ain't too shabby.
Because he's still got all that money to get cut by the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Austin Hooper is back. I think he was with the Falcons. $3.2 million. Cam Thomas, edge rusher. Deshaun Hand, Brian Robinson Jr., running back. Zacchaeus, wide receiver, is there as well. And then let's go look at their draft picks. So they do not have a first-round pick, or did not. They drafted Avion Terrell. I believe that's A.J. Terrell's brother from Clemson. And this is actually kind of important. They got a wide receiver. They got Zachariah Branch from Georgia. I do remember him. He's a pretty good player. Not bad for a third-round pick for a wide receiver, especially a team that needed it. Also, 6th-round pick. Can't believe this guy fell so far. Harold Perkins Jr. at LSU. Man, he looked like such a stud at times there, but he fell off pretty heavily. Okay, here's the projected starting lineup here in the depth chart. We'll go offense first. Michael Penix Jr. or Tua Tagovailoa. Okay, it's going to be Tua. Is that official?
Yeah.
Yep. Bijan Robinson. Kyle Pitts is coming off of a very good year. Drake London, also coming off of a pretty good year. Jahan Dotson, Zacchaeus are your wide receivers. Zachariah Branch, Brian Robinson Jr. are going to be the backups. It looks like for the most part, their offensive line is intact. Matthews, left tackle, pretty good player. I do remember, Steak, you're going to have to help me out with this one. There's a guy who got hurt and is out for the season, though.
Well, Caleb Gary retired, right? Was that their starting center or something? Somebody very good from the offensive line retired. I think it might be Caleb McGarry. Do you see his name on there? On the depth chart?
I see Bergeron, Newsill, their center, Lindstrom, right guard, and then Jawan Taylor. McGarry retired, the tackle. Okay.
Jawan Taylor is fucking awful.
Yeah.
The fact that he has to start is a problem. I know it's great that he's not at left tackle anymore. He's one of the worst left tackles I've ever seen, but Jawan Taylor is dog meat.
So I thought our buddy Charlie, who's a Falcons fan, sent us a tweet with an injury, though. So are there two separate things with a retirement and an injury, or am I just wrong here?
No, the guy Walker on the defensive line's out for the season.
I think I know what I maybe did. Maybe it was McGarry who got hurt.
That's what it was?
And I'm thinking of Drew Dalman, the guy who went to the Bears and then retired. That could be what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's go to defense here. James Pierce Jr., a very, very impressive rookie season from him out of Tennessee, although he had some off-the-field issues over the offseason. I'm not sure if he is or is not playing. I don't know who their linebackers are. Harris is a new guy. Diablo, Jalen Walker, who I think is now injured, as somebody was saying.
Done for the season.
Done for the season officially. That's tough because they drafted, I think, Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. in the same draft. They traded up for him, for Pierce.
That's why they didn't have a first this year.
Got it. Secondary, Mackenzie Hughes, I think, or Mike Hughes. Not Mackenzie Hughes. Probably that's a golfer. Mike Hughes. Jesse Bates, safety. I think I remember when he was on the Bengals. Xavier Watts, other safety. AJ Terrell. So the secondary doesn't look to be too bad. Something that's kind of interesting is their cornerbacks are the 12th highest paid room in NFL. Their safeties are the 3rd highest. So Jesse Bates must be getting paid pretty well. And their offensive line is a top 10 in terms of spend in the NFL. So they've really tried to shore up that unit. Now Kyle Pitts is getting paid too. So this is a team that's favored in 2 games the entire season, but their win total, it looks to be 7.5 on this magazine. Steak, let's go down the line and get some thoughts on the Atlanta Falcons. First, can you confirm what their win total is?
I believe, I think it's 7.5 for some reason.
7.5.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
What's the juice on it, Greg?
Yeah.
You'll have to give me a second.
Totally fine. I'm in the same boat for some reason. I'm not pulling up, so I'm going to switch over to Pickett. But for me, I think you covered it well, Jeff. The offensive line has always been a strength of the team. I'm actually worried about it taking a step back when that can't happen with Tua at quarterback, and so that makes me nervous. I do think Brian Robinson is a step back from Tyler Algier. I don't know if Olamide Zaccheaus played on this team before. He's not terrible, but he's not as good as Darnell Mooney, in my opinion. Neither is Jahan Dotson. I refuse to get excited about Kyle Pitts anymore. I think what you just named is a very good secondary, but bad linebackers. And I don't know what to make of the front 7, but mostly it's just Tua. Like, how excited can you get about Tua? I do think this is the one division where you could say, yeah, Tua could go 8-9 or 9-8 and win this division. I just don't see it. And I think the fact that they're favored in 2 games makes perfect sense. That's probably the 2 games they have at home against the Panthers and the Saints. We'll go over the schedule. But man, I think you're going to have a really tough time even finding 8 wins for the Falcons. Bijan is awesome. I loved what they did last year. Got him more involved in the passing game. I think he had like 2,300 scrimmage yards. Drake London got paid. No complaints there. I'm not the biggest Drake London guy, but I'm also not a hater. Do I think him and Tua are a match made in heaven? Not at all. I lean towards fading the Falcons. There's definitely teams in this division I like more than the Falcons. But want to mention, I think most people probably feel the way I feel.
Before Greg goes, Caleb McGarry's right tackle did retire, and that is why they signed Juwan Taylor. So we just wanted to clear that up. And yeah, I'm with you. I was never a big Drake London guy. I think Drake London is starting to prove that he is a pretty solid wide receiver. And again, I was salty because I believe they drafted him before Garrett Wilson, and I had Garrett Wilson pretty heavily to be the first wide receiver drafted. So I've been kind of hate watching, but he's pretty fucking good. Greg, where do you stand on the Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah, I mean, I do think there's probably value on the under. If you look at just the big names, especially from a fantasy perspective, Drake London, Pitts had a career year last year, Bijan, like there's a lot of big names there. I feel like the under might be too public because outside of that, it's a pretty bad team. The front 7's really bad. Like they were really bad last year, and they lost Walker. James Pierce Jr. He was charged with 3 felonies. None of it stuck, but that doesn't mean that the NFL is not going to suspend him. It was pretty serious. I think it was like kidnapping. I don't know. Some of these guys had the same charges, like basically assault, had a weapon, kidnapping. Not great. So you got to think the NFL is going to come down on that, and he's going to miss time, which makes the front 7 really, really bad. I have a stupid bet I want to place, but I don't think I have the balls to do it. But part of me wants to bet Tua for comeback play of the year. And maybe I'm just selling myself on the narrative of it would look so good for the NFL, especially we've watched him die multiple times over the years. Just to come back and have a decent season, I feel like the NFL would love to push him front and center of like, hey, you can rattle your brain a little bit and still be okay. But I also think that's a terrible bet because he's 40-1.
He's 50-1. You can get him 50-1.
Don't let you're still not selling me. It's not the number; it's the narrative for me.
I know, but don't let the chat tell you that betting a starting quarterback 50-1 whose weapons are Bijan Robinson and Drake London is a bad bet. It's 50-1, chat. Got to remember that. 50 to
So
1.
for that to happen, they have to win the division.
Yes, definitely.
Which I don't really want to be in that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could be a worse spot to be in because of the teams in the division, especially if the Bucks might have a little bit of a down year. Todd Bowles is still there. You don't know what's going on with Carolina.
Yeah, the division's terrible, and that's the other thing I want to stay away from. There is a team I really want to fade in this division. The Falcons are probably my number 2.
Okay.
So how many teams in the worst division can you fade, right? This division, actually, this is crazy. They have been by far the worst division for the last 4 years. Their out of conference win rate is 37%.
Jesus.
Very bad.
Yeah.
So, and the Falcons have one of the toughest schedules in the NFL. Like, all this just strikes me as put a unit on them and fade them, right? I think there's a little bit of value because of that sex appeal. And like Stefanski, we're not Stefanski guys. It's crazy. So Raheem Morris got fired for going 16-8. Stefanski's record over the last 2 years is like 8-26.
That is pretty funny. I mean,
so
obviously,
it's like, we're going to get this guy out of here because he couldn't win. Let's get a guy who has less than 10 wins over the last 2 years. That'll fix it. But Stefanski could be a guy that gets the offensive bump.
Right. So let me do this. And again, being a Bucks fan, I'm gonna try to make a case for and against the Atlanta Falcons. I actually don't hate what you said about Tua being comeback player of the year. You're going to get some shit and laughed at it, whatever, but I'm glad Steak jumped in. Don't listen to the fucking chat. They don't know ball. And I'm already getting shit for my Deshaun Watson comeback player of the year at 25-1 being a worse bet. So if I was going to bet on the Falcons, Greg, I think I would bet on Tua because there are guys in the NFL you have to buy low on, right? I mean, if we go back a year from now, who in here would say that Sam Darnold is going to win a Super Bowl, right? I'm not telling you Tua is the next Sam Darnold, but there are guys, when they're left for dead, they play well. Baker Mayfield, when he came to Tampa, left for dead, played well. Geno Smith, when he went to Seattle, played well. These things do happen in sports, whether you want to like it or not. And I completely agree with what Steak said. Your weapons are Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and let's be honest, Kyle Pitts had a pretty good fucking season. So, okay, what kind of system is he in? I'm not a Kevin Stefanski guy, but you know what Kevin Stefanski likes to do? He sure as fuck likes to throw the ball. And again, I will never forget it because I was heavily invested on Nick Chubb, offensive player of the year, and all these other futures, and my fantasy running back. And he had Jacoby Brissett at quarterback, and he was passing the ball 45 times and running Nick Chubb 15. It never made sense to me. He's a pass-happy guy. He's another dude like LaFleur who wants to be a McVay. Tommy Rees, I don't like Tommy Rees. But again, these young, up-and-coming guys in the offensive coordinator position are going to want to be flashy. They're going to want to make plays. It's not like John Gruden's West Coast offense. They're going to dink and fucking dunk you to death. So I think there is potential for something in this offense to go off, whether it's Bijan, whether it's fucking Drake or Tua. Tua's playing half his games in a dome now.
Yep.
You know, I mean, granted, Miami was not necessarily like Buffalo where you have to battle the elements so much, but it was hot and humid or whatnot. Maybe that's going to bode well for him. Everybody keeps talking about this schedule being tough. That's what concerns me for the win total. Favored in 2 games. Clearly, that tells you that's it's going to be bumpy. I'm looking at a stretch here from week 5 to week 10 that looks absolutely brutal. This is also, by the way, week 4 is on the road against the Saints on Monday Night Football. After that divisional game on the road, you've got the Ravens, the Bears, the Niners, the Bucks, the Bengals, the Chiefs. I mean, you're going to be playing Lamar Jackson, Caleb Williams, Brock Purdy, Baker Mayfield, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. I know Caleb Wilson and Baker Mayfield are not necessarily in the class of all the other quarterbacks, but if your defense isn't good, you're going to lose those games because they're going to score 30-plus points.
Let's run through the whole thing.
Okay, sure. At Pittsburgh to start.
That's a hell of a starting game.
It's a hell of a game. It's when you want to play in Pittsburgh, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got to go Falcons.
I think it's the Falcons, in all honesty.
You guys, I might have to be a little bit of a Steelers guy coming into this year, which might not be a good thing for you. Home against the Panthers. I give
go
2-0.
I'm going 1-1.
All right. Well, here's what I'll get fun with you. Thursday Night Football on the road against the Green Bay Packers. And this is when Green Bay is going to be coming off of a loss in New Jersey. Yeah, give me the Falcons.
Give me the Packers for sure. 1-2.
Yeah, that's Packers. Come on.
Packers 0-3 to start the year. I can't fucking wait. Then Monday Night Football at the Saints.
In New Orleans, Monday Night Football, I think that's a loss.
Me too.
All right. So you've got them 2-2.
I have them 1-3.
You have them 1-3.
I think so. Greg, do you have 2-2?
You have them beating the Steelers and
1-3.
Yep, that's what I have. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. 1-3. I'll give them 2-2 because they're going to beat the Packers, and then I'll say they beat the Saints or the Panthers.
I'm gonna have to take something on the Packers. Just
Go ahead, have fun. Go ahead.
I might have to as well. Keep pushing. Though. Keep this pushing.
Have fun, all of you. Home against the Ravens on Sunday Night Football.
Loss.
1-4.
I love these. Degen might be R-worded. Yeah. Would you? What would you have said if I said Joe Flacco was going to beat your fucking cute little Packers? What would you have said?
Keep pushing.
What would you have said?
Just keep
curious.
going.
Okay, sorry. I was just curious. I'm just curious. Home against the Ravens, that's a loss. Home against the Bears.
1-5.
They could beat the Bears.
They could, but they're not going to. Actually, fuck it. Give them 3-3. Home against the
guy made an argument yesterday that the NFC North was the best division in football, and now he has Tua Tagovailoa fucking running through it like it's nothing. Keep going. Go ahead. No, keep fucking going. On the road. This is ridiculous.
Fine. No. That's
no. Don't let me change your mind. Just keep fucking going.
Just tempo pace. Let's go.
Okay.
If we're gonna go game by game, it's gotta be tempo pace.
Home against the Niners.
1-6.
You need to take the Falcons to have the worst record in the NFL.
I might.
I'll tell you right now. We don't even need to keep going. The Falcons are either going to be 4-13 or they're going to be 9-8.
We absolutely need to keep going. You just got to keep the pace going.
Niners home. I already said that. Bucks on the road, week 8.
Okay, loss. Are you tracking your record, Greg, or what you have?
It's one win. That's all I know.
Oh, you still have one win too.
You two.
I actually think they'll beat the Bucks in that spot, but I didn't want him to start.
You're at 2-6, and I'm at 1-7. Keep going.
You two just circled.
I think they'll split with
only
their division.
halfway
I think they'll beat
done.
everybody
Keep
and lose to
going.
everybody.
Keep going.
International game against the Bagels. They're going to lose that game.
Yes, they are. 1-8.
I'll give them 3-6.
Okay, keep going.
Home against the Chiefs.
1-9.
3-7. Bye. At Minnesota against the Vikings.
1-10.
Oh my God, dude. You're ridiculous.
You're ridiculous because I know how bad you want them to give that win. That would make them 3-0 against the NFC North.
Yeah.
Greg?
I still have them at probably 2 wins.
Okay. Keep going.
This is a tough start, dude.
I know that. I know that. Home against the fucking Lions.
That's a win, right? That's a win, Shirley. That's a win for you.
No.
Yeah. 1-11 or whatever the fuck we're at.
Win total cash. We're good.
Yeah, they beat the Steelers and then they never win again.
Really, I want you to keep going because there is something with the end of the season being very easy comparatively, but very difficult in that they have some tough games outdoors. So
I was going to say the opponents are easier than what we just went through, but the situations are not necessarily, or the locations rather, because they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, no, one of them is international, but 4 home games. All those difficult opponents, the Ravens, the Bears, the Niners, the Chiefs are at home. And the Lions are at home. On the road, do you want to play in Cleveland if you're a dome team?
No, I love the Browns 14? In that spot.
No.
I love the Browns in that spot.
Bro, keep going with the schedule.
Kevin Stefanski revenge game.
Yeah, you're taking way too long on this. We cannot do this for every team.
We don't need to run through the schedule of every team. We haven't done that with every
team.
You're doing it. Forward. You asked me to.
No, I want to do it. I just want you to go quick.
At Washington.
Loss.
Home against the Bucks.
There's a win.
Okay. Home against the Saints.
There's a
win.
Is there an echo?
Just keep going.
At Carolina.
Loss.
Greg?
Oh. Win.
Way to be different.
Just keep going. For the love of God, you have to put your commentary in every time.
It's not fucking comedy hour with Degen. Just read the schedule and then go to the next game.
I'm sorry. It is a little funny. You have the Falcons at 1-11. That's kind of funny.
Okay, I'm glad you're having a good time. Are we done with the schedule yet?
Yeah, we're fucking done, dude. We're done.
3 wins.
Yeah. 3-14. Honestly, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Greg's over here saying he likes Tua to be comeback player of the year. He's got him to get fucking 4 wins on the season.
I also like their under. That's where I'm torn. Like for me, I can put $100 on their under and put $10 on Tua.
Yeah, do you know what, Jeff? That's actually a good point.
Thank you. It's a good point. I needed one of you fucking ding dongs to try to find some wins on this schedule, and every single one of you, I bring up a team. You go loss.
It's tough.
I never once said I was
their favorite 2 games.
Yeah, I never once said I was finding wins on the Falcons schedule.
Okay, well, I got news for you. Your Tua Tagovailoa wager is a dog shit wager.
Yeah,
Steak, fair point. You never necessarily put an opinion on one way or another. If you want the positive spin on the Falcons, it's Tua and Stefanski potentially working out and finding success on offense. I am not going to be invested in it. I would be an under on the Atlanta Falcons, and I would be on the alt under for the Falcons, under 5.5 wins. I say they go potentially 4-13. The next team is a very interesting team. They are the Carolina Panthers. Let's give you an idea of who the Carolina Panthers are coming into this season. Dave Canales, year 3, former offensive coordinator from the Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brad Idzik, 2 years there, offensive coordinator, and Ejiro Evero, 3 years for the defensive coordinator. So same staff is intact. Last year, 8-9, won the division and played. Who did they lose to in the playoffs? They lose to the Rams.
They gave them all they could fucking handle.
Yeah, they were winning with like less than a minute.
Didn't they give them all they can handle twice?
Yeah, they beat them in the regular season.
That's right. Yeah. That's a little foreshadowing on why I may potentially want to be buying some Panthers stock. So they lost Ashawn Robinson, an interior defensive lineman. He went to the Bucks. Cade Mays, center, is with the Lions. Rico Dowdle, my dog, is gone with the Steelers. Andy Dalton's gone. That's kind of it. Hunter Renfro's bouncing around still in the league. Good for him. Here's who they got. Jalen Phillips. Oh my God, they paid him $30 million. Jalen Phillips is literally a Ponzi scheme in the NFL. This is the biggest fake good defensive player, in my opinion, in the NFL. Devin Lloyd, not bad. He's a decent linebacker. $15 million. Good God, they are writing checks.
Devin Lloyd is worth that money, man. Devin Lloyd is
I was gonna say they should flip that. I'd pay fucking Jalen Williams $8 million. That's crazy. Kenny Pickett, quarterback, $4 million. Rasheed Walker, left tackle. John Mechie is coming in very, very cheap. Here's who they drafted. Tackle, Monroe Freeling from Georgia. Can't go wrong taking a tackle from Georgia, can you? Lee Hunter, defensive tackle for the second round from Texas Tech. What do we know about Texas Tech? They had some big old boys on the defensive line. Wide receiver Chris Brazel, the second from Tennessee.
Out for the year.
Oh, he is.
Really?
Chris Brazel and unfortunately Nick Scorton,
That's right. I remember that. He was apparently, I can't pretend like I knew a lot about Nick Scorton before that injury, but apparently I saw the reaction and all these Panthers fans were saying they were super excited to see him. He was a really good player last year. He was a draft pick last year, second or third round or something, and then out for the year. Big blow for their defense. Let's take a look. So they've got Moton on the right tackle, Ekwonu on the left tackle. That's a guy they drafted pretty high a couple years ago. I forget where he came from, Ole Miss or Texas A&M or something like that. I'm seeing a burgundy or a dark red. Bryce Young, quarterback. Chuba Hubbard, who Steak is not that fond of, but Jonathan Brooks.
Put me on the Chuba Hubbard hate wagon.
Strong. Jonathan Brooks, I forget his name exactly, is the RB2. Tommy Tremble, Notre Dame legend, is the tight end, and the wide receivers are Xavier Legette, once again, Tet McMillan, and Jalen Coker. Defensively, Derek Brown leads the interior defensive line. He was a stud from Auburn. Jalen Phillips, who they paid way too much money for. Scorton was their D-end. He's out for the year. Again, big blow. Devin Lloyd, going to be the inside linebacker who they paid for. J.C. Horn, stud. Second in the secondary. Mooring, strong safety. I think he was pretty solid.
I think he's gone.
Mooring is gone.
Mooring, I thought, was gone. I could be wrong.
Okay. And that kind of rounds out this team. Yeah, I know. Chuba Hubbard is week to week hurt too. True. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Greg, we can start with you. This is a team. It looks like the NFC South just has difficult schedules. They are favored in 3 games this year, so one up from the Falcons, but same win total at 7.5. Where are you with Carolina Panthers? I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back.
Favorite bet for this division. Go get some water. I love their under. How can you not? I mean, you look at this and this screams regression. It screams it. So they won the division. They looked tough against the Rams. I think that it might get some people to buy in. But dude, this is crazy. They went 0-6, and 6 of their losses were by double digits or more. They only won 1 game by double digits or more. They're 7-3-1 in score games. Like this, just to me, the last year was their absolute ceiling, and they even in a must-win game lost it, but through a tiebreaker got into the playoffs. If you guys remember, the Bucks, Falcons, and Panthers all tied at 8-9, and the Panthers had some like D-level tiebreaker to get them in. So, and even before that, they lost 3 or 4 down the stretch. So it's not like this team was going into the postseason strong. I just think they scream regression. Like Chuba Hubbard, I mean, Tet's awesome. Tet's cool. That's fun. Jalen Coker showed some flashes at the end of the year, but what else do you have for Bryce Young to really take another step? I just don't see it, man. The other thing too, I think this is really interesting of how the NFL is really going towards more tight end sets, having 2 pass catchers out there. They don't have one. You know who they signed this week?
Darren Waller.
Isn't that hilarious? Like, oh, we don't have everyone else is doing this. We should get somebody to catch a pass from a tight end spot. Let's get Darren Waller. He didn't basically retire 5 years ago. Like they're screwed at that position. And I just think everything else falls down, especially if Tet gets hurt. He had one of the highest shares of like, what we call it? Fucking targets for the team. If he goes down a little bit, they got absolutely nothing else. So to me, this is a true fade 2-unit play. You guys want an early map play?
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah,
dude. All right, here we go. So I don't know exactly who it is, but they have a tough schedule, and then they play the Bucks on the road for Monday night, which they're going to be hyped about. And then they have a short week playing the Minnesota Vikings, and after that they have another divisional game. So that Vikings game, looking at it, Bryce Young against his Vikings D, especially on a short week, especially sandwiched between 2 divisional games. If I could punch in the Vikings right now, I would. So I already get that circled on my big board. But yeah, just everything about this checks every box for regression, and I got to be on it. So I'll absolutely be fading the Panthers. And like you said, dude, Jalen Phillips, this is fucking nuts. They were dead last in pressuring the quarterback 3 years in a row. That's almost difficult to do in the NFL. To be so bad at something, to be the absolute worst at something so consistently.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do my best to play devil's advocate. It's funny. I've really just come into this opinion over the last 48 to 72 hours as we've started researching the NFC South. And I think what really brought it home for me was talking Ole Miss with Jovan earlier when he said, everyone's expecting regression from Ole Miss because Lane Kiffin's gone, because Trinidad Chambliss and everybody had no tape on him. Everyone's expecting, and that it's almost becoming popular. I think it's popular to fade the Panthers, but that's not why I like it. I'm putting myself in this. Let's say I bought stock in the Carolina Panthers when they drafted Bryce Young, right? At a certain price. Bryce Young has one of the worst rookie seasons ever. He looks incompetent. He's pretty much just J.J. McCarthy. Awful first year. The stock goes down. Second year, Bryce Young takes a leap. You get him a weapon, Tet McMillan. He wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Stock starts to go up. You beat the Rams, which essentially wins you the division and gets you in the playoffs. You're competitive against the Rams in the playoff. And then this offseason, albeit I know you guys are upset about Jalen Phillips. I'm not upset about Jalen Phillips, but I agree with you guys that I'm upset about the price tag on Jalen Phillips. It just tells you that Carolina Panthers can't get free agents like that yet on the low. They're going to have to pay top dollar, which they did. But Greg, if you're saying what you're saying is true about pressuring the quarterback, how can you be upset they went and got a defensive end who pressured?
No, they had to. Then they had to overpay.
Exactly. You go through that list Degen just did. There's way more studs on this team, in my opinion, than are on the New Orleans Saints. I'm sorry, Landon. I think I'm going to upset you when we talk about the New Orleans Saints, but
I can't
I
wait.
actually think the Carolina Panthers are a pretty solid defense. And then what do? They fucking go and get Devin Lloyd. And what do? They go and draft a big, mean tackle from Georgia. So for me, the stock of the Carolina Panthers is just up. And if I'm a shareholder, I'm really, really happy in this shitty division that we're attacking it. We think we can win. That's why we spent the money in free agency. It's because we think we can win. We think Bryce Young can not only play like he did last year, take another leap. So I am very, very reluctant to fade the Carolina Panthers this year. I actually think this is a pretty solid football team, top to bottom. It does all depend on pass catchers. I think, Greg, you nailed that. I don't know why this team can't find a competent tight end. Darren Waller honestly showed some glimpses on Miami last year when they signed him. I have no idea what to make of Darren Waller. And Jalen Coker's fun. Xavier Legette, kind of a bust so far. They need a second receiver, so I'm with you there. But, man, I actually think the Panthers could be the most talented team in this division.
Bold. I was almost going to accuse you of not stealing my bitch, but stealing my narrative, because when I went on the Book It's or BTL's 24-hour show, I started talking a little bit about the NFC South with Jovan, and I told him I think I want to buy some stock into the Panthers, and I compared Bryce Young to Bitcoin, and I was like, what if there's a chance? What if there's a chance Bryce Young is like when Bitcoin was like $3,000? Because hold on, I'm not saying he's going to go up to 120. But all I'm saying is this. Bryce Young was a very, very good college quarterback. Doesn't mean you're a good NFL quarterback, but nobody drafted him because of his size. He wasn't the prototype. He's smart. He's really smart, and he's kind of elusive. And I think what we've realized and what we've seen flashes of is good, like 60K Bitcoin in Bryce Young with a guy like Dave Canales. So this is year 3. Year 3 is crucial. I don't think the Panthers have that bad of an offensive line. I know you guys are right. I know you guys are super out on Chuba Hubbard. I'm not necessarily all the way out on him. This Brooks guy, it sounds like people are pretty excited about him. I don't know a whole lot about him.
He's had 9 carries in 2 years.
Exactly.
So he's prototypical me. Somebody believes he's going to be a fantasy stud and he's going to do nothing again. But maybe again.
I'm going to say about the Panthers, what I said about the Cowboys. I can't believe they're just letting Rico Dowdle walk out of the door. Like I would have paid
because they paid Chuba so much. They had to.
Got it. So they already fucked themselves. Okay, understood.
Yeah. They love Chuba Hubbard, dude.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
Greg makes a really good point about the one-score games. He also makes a good point about the tight ends. Now, Tommy Tremble, he's a dude from Notre Dame I kind of know fairly well. He is a dog. He's not really much of a pass catcher.
That's my point. Yeah.
Yep. He's a good run blocker. It is definitely pretty bizarre that they did not address this until now. So you make a legitimate point there. I like Jalen Coker as a wide receiver 3. I love Tet McMillan as a wide receiver 1. The biggest question mark is Xavier Legette. Is Xavier Legette going to be a serious wide receiver this year? And if he is, but this Carolina Panthers offense could be a problem, dude. They really can. Now, here's just what I want to mention, Greg. We're going to talk about the schedule last year. This team had losses against the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road, the New England Patriots on the road, the Buffalo Bills, that one was at home, at the San Francisco 49ers. 4 really good teams. Those are 4 really good teams. And who did they beat?
They lost all of them.
Well, I'm just saying, those are respectable losses, are they not?
No, they're not. They lost. What are you talking about?
They won at Green Bay. They beat the Rams.
That's what I'm getting to. That's what I'm getting to.
No, okay. The wins, that makes sense.
Yeah. But those are they lost to the Seattle Seahawks. All I'm saying is when we talk about teams, remember like the Broncos, we were like, or the Chargers, but they're 1-5 against playoff teams. We're talking about teams that can really make some noise. This is a Panthers team that lost to 4 or 5 legitimate playoff contenders and 2 of them got to the Super Bowl. So, but they ended up beating the Packers on the road, which, Slack Packs a year ago would have called you the R word if you said that was going to happen. 2-touchdown underdog. And not only did they beat the Rams one time, but you know what I like about this team? What did everybody say, myself included? No way they do it again. No way they do it again. Now, granted, they didn't do it again, but come on, man. 34-31, that's almost as good as doing it again because they took the Rams down to the fucking wire. To me, you gain my respect if you're able to do that personally as a team. And I do have to point out, Bryce Young had an awful start to the season. Awful. He had, I don't know if he got hurt, but he got benched. But Dalton played against the Bills in week 8. But Young came back. But you see a lot more passing games in the hundreds than you do in the 200s. But you got to give Bryce Young a little bit of credit. He at least showed up against the Rams. 264 passing yards. Jalen Coker had 134 receiving yards. Mm-hmm. And Bryce Young, just overall in general, what was he? He was 21 of 40 for a touchdown interception, and he was only sacked twice. 3 carries, 24 yards. I think Bryce Young takes a big step up this year. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna buy something in Bryce Young. I can't figure it out yet, but I'm telling you right now, I think the Panthers. Everybody's talking about the Saints, which I'm glad. It sounds like Steak and I might be on the same page. Everybody's talking about the Saints make some noise. I'm most scared of the Panthers this season. I like their win total over. It is a very, very hard schedule. We're not going to walk through it.
It's the third toughest schedule in the league.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, to your point, though, if you think Bryce Young is Bitcoin is volatile. So
100%.
It just went up. Is now the time to buy at 60 and it drops to 16?
It's a very, very good counter argument. Argument. My point is that it's still pretty low.
Yeah, but if Steak said if Bryce Young plays like he did last year, it's going under. He has to take another big
Agreed. 100%. Agreed. I think he does. And it seems like they hit a home run with Ted.
Yeah, they did. But I just think they set the organization back so far, giving up everything they did for him and him not being like, if you look at, he wasn't just the number one pick. He was the number one pick and they gave up a shit ton for him.
Correct.
Like you need a guy to be, need a guy to be extravagant to justify that price tag and how much you set the organization back.
Right.
And we're talking about the 20th best quarterback in the league. Like
more than fair.
Close to that.
More than fair point.
Yep. Definitely fair. Sports Clown with a pretty fair take too. Degen on a cold streak with QBs right now. I'll be fading Bryce Young. And that's I'm assuming talking about Drew Aller because he had a really, really good game.
It's preseason.
I know.
He was the backup in the preseason game. So
I know.
I ranked third string guy.
I ranked him 32nd out of 32 quarterbacks playing football last night. And I think he had the best showing. So it's funny. It is funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
Drew Aller stock to the moon. All right, let's go to the New Orleans Saints. The Saints have Kellen Moore coming back. Doug Nussmeier is their offensive coordinator. It says he's new. And Brandon Staley, second-year defensive coordinator. Talk about guys who are much better coordinators than coaches. Brandon Staley could definitely be one of those dudes. Saints were a fun team last year, despite only being 6-11. And we know it's mostly to do with quarterback Tyler Shook, who I forget where they drafted Shook, but I think out of the guys.
Louisville guy?
Yeah, he's a Louisville guy. Yeah. I don't remember. Was he a third-round pick, second-round pick? What?
Second.
I feel like it was third or fourth.
I thought they had to reach because the Derek Carr news broke shortly before the draft.
They did reach a little bit. You're right. Yep.
Yeah, second round pick, 40 overall. Good call.
Okay. Bro. So let me tell you about some guys that have left. And this team is sorry. I'm going all over the place. So here are the players who left. Alontae Taylor, cornerback, left to the Titans. Demario Davis, longtime linebackers, back with the Jets. Taysom Hill is no more. Cam Jordan is no more. Foster Moreau was a tight end.
Cam Jordan's back.
Well, who is?
Cam Jordan.
Oh, he's back.
I think he was tentative, but I'm pretty sure he's back.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. That's very helpful that you do that. Again, I'm just going off of the.
There's a lot of little errors in the.
Yeah. Because it was done
together so early.
This was done in like a month ago, so things can absolutely change. All right, let's go to the players they signed. David Edwards, left guard, paid him $15 million, so he must be pretty good. Travis Etienne, running back, $12 million. Caden Ellis, linebacker, I believe that was a guy from the Falcons, $11 million. Tyree Wilson, edge, they traded for him. Noah Fant, they signed as well. And then this was their draft, first round, 8th overall pick. They got another receiver, Jordan Tyson. Everybody's really excited about this guy from Arizona State. Defensive back. He might have.
Was it just a little?
They said it wasn't serious.
Okay.
Yep. Jordan Tyson, TD's the mood. Yeah, a lot of people. Oh, Nussmeier was the OC last year. Okay, Katie, thank you. There are some errors and discrepancies in this magazine, so please let me know. Christian Miller is a DT from Georgia. Not super familiar with him. And then they got a tight end, Oscar Delp from Georgia. In the third round. All right, here's the depth chart. Shug's quarterback, Spencer Rattler's the backup. Travis Etienne is expected to be the RB1. RIP Alvin Kamara. It looks like he's still there, but he's definitely old and washed. Tight end, I believe that's Juwan Johnson, who's kind of a fun player. Their line, let's see. Why their right tackle kind of sounds familiar, but also kind of don't. Who is Fuaga? Sounds a little familiar. Kelvin Banks, I do know Kelvin Banks Jr., the left tackle. They drafted him maybe a year or two ago. He Mississippi State, maybe. He seems to be a pretty good player. McCoy is the center, and then that David Edwards guy is going to be their left guard. Excellent wide receiver crew with Chris Olave. He's a dog. He's a fucking dude. And now Jordan Tyson. Well, we don't really know what Jordan Tyson is, but he's expected to be a bad motherfucker. And I don't really hate that Vile guy in the slot. He's kind of a fun player too. Let's go to the defense. Now, this is an injury that I do remember. Unfortunately, Breesy, their defensive tackle, who was a stud, is injured, and he's supposed to miss the entire season. So that sucks. They have Chase Young, who kind of looks like he's reviving his career in St. Louis or New Orleans.
Yeah, 10 sacks.
He was fun last year. He was definitely fun last year. Werner, the linebacker, he's a fun player. I like him. Now they got that Caden Ellis guy from the Falcons, so pretty solid or decent linebacking core maybe. Secondary, though, I'm not 100% sure of what I think about this. Justin Reed, safety, McKinstry, cornerback, Blackman, Riley, and Sanker. Don't really know a whole lot of these guys in the secondary. Maybe that's a weak spot. Yeah, okay, thank you, Big Q. Secondary, it looks like the weakest on paper, so you kind of shored that up. All right, favored in 5 games, certainly more than the Panthers and the Falcons, but win totals the same exact amount, 7.5. Kind of interesting. Steak, let's start with you on this one. I'm excited to talk about the Saints, who seem to be, let me just set this up before you spike it. They seem to be a very popular and trendy pick coming into the season. Go ahead.
So because we have time, there's no BTL today. I do think we should rip through the schedule after both of us give our opinions because the schedule is very interesting.
Okay.
I think every year there's a team that was expected to be horrible, like the Saints, that ended up showing promise at the end of the year, like the Saints, that now has new expectations that they're not ready yet to fulfill. Mm-hmm. And that's how I describe the Saints. I don't have anything negative to say about what I saw from Tyler Shough. He looks like a baller. He looks like a dog. He looks like an NFL quarterback, which he should. He's older than most rookies, and that's fine. I'm not hating on him for that either. I'm not a big ETN guy. I think ETN's coming off his best year in the NFL, and that's because Liam Cohen is so incredible at drawing up run schemes that he got ETN that $13 million, which, by the way, is a huge overpay in the current running back market, in my opinion. But hometown guy, back, not upset about it. Love Chris Olave. He's not injury prone, but he is concussion prone. It has to be mentioned. I think he has the most concussions of any active offensive player in the NFL, so that's a little bit concerning, but he's also coming off his best year. He was awesome last year, and I'm huge on Jordan Tyson. I already posted a future about Jordan Tyson, how I think he's probably the best or second best rookie weapon in the entire NFL besides Carnell Tate. And that's just because I think Carnell Tate will have more opportunity because Carnell Tate doesn't have to play with Chris Olave. Now, that's all the stuff I like about the Saints. I like them offensively. It's arguably a bottom 12 offensive line, arguably a bottom 12 defense. I have a hard time finding dogs on this defense. I actually think the defense might be terrible. And if you had a guy off, like if we sat here and had a guy off, guy for guy, Panthers versus Saints, I do not think the Saints as a football team stack up to the Carolina Panthers, especially in the places that it matters. So I will fade the raised expectation for the New Orleans Saints this year. I think they could go 7-10. I think they could go 6-11 again. I don't think they're winning this division or winning 8 or 9 games personally.
Greg?
I really wanted to be on board with this team. I really did. And I still kind of do, but I think for me, it's a no bet because I'm just seeing anytime you see Colin Cowherd out there with the same kind of sleeper division winner as you got to rethink your thoughts. And that's what I'm doing here. I do think there's a lot of room for growth, but somebody said in the chat, like, did Chuck hit his ceiling last year? And that's kind of where he's at. I mean, he's going to be 27 years old this year. I know he had a great run down the stretch, but they were all weak opponents. They do play the 5th easiest schedule too, so that bodes well for him. But there's just too much love for me to jump on the bandwagon. I was way off on them last year. I had their under, and that was terrible. And now everybody's on them. I don't want to flip flop into that position. If I do play the Saints, or the play that I will take on the Saints, because I want something, I'll probably get involved with Olave, either touchdowns or yardage. I think he's a guy I want to invest in this year. So that's really where I'm looking at for the Saints, is just sticking with him, not jumping on the bandwagon, but still having a piece of it. This is kind of a crazy stat. They had simultaneously, which is crazy to pair these things together, but they had the worst red zone TD rate and the worst field goal percentage. So it's like, not only could you not score, but when you lined up to kick the field goal, Groupie missed it. Like, that's a shitty combo. Another fun fact is opponents went 10 for 10 against them in field goals over 50 yards. So, I mean, just a little bit of luck variance you got to point out, that just gives more reasons for the over, but everybody's on the over. It's really popular. I don't know, man. I think even with the easy schedule, you still got to be really concerned about this team. So I'm looking at Olave, and that's kind of where I sit. I mean, last year they went into it in every game. Everybody kind of thought they were a doormat, and now the secret's out, right? Like Shuck is a real deal. He looked like it. So I'm backing off on any real play from this team from a total or division. I know a lot of people win the division, I think plus 270. It sounds too easy. This is the only team I think that has a real trajectory that's headed upward from where they were last year. So it's too easy at that price, and I'm getting scared.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you that I think the hype on the Saints is getting way too high. And I'm ready to fade. I'm ready to fade. And I'm not even looking to hold back. I do think, like, Kellen Moore as a head coach offensively has some promise. I'm not saying I'm out on him by any means necessarily. Also, like I mentioned, Brandon Staley as a defensive coordinator seems like the right fit. Tyler Shook, when I was introduced to him, do you guys remember that throw he made on Louisville against Notre Dame? Does anybody remember it? It was a very popular highlight. I even tweeted it when it happened. I was at a bar, and I remember I was like, this might be the best throw I've ever seen in my life. The kid can play. And I'm not telling you that I necessarily thought that he was going to be really good, but he can play. He can throw a football. Something I didn't know that he also could do was run. And I was introduced to this when he played the fucking Bucks. Steak, I think I was with you for this game. Down in Florida, if you remember. It was raining. It was an ugly game. That was like a Todd Bowles special. He did not adjust the defense, and I'm pulling it up right now. Shuck had 7 carries for 55 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. He didn't even come close to that in any other game in the entire season. That was brutal. Yeah. And something I realized when I started to think about Tyler Shuck, because I'm not necessarily anti-Tyler Shuck, but I definitely want to pump the brakes on this. Do you know who he played last year? Anybody know who he played? Did anybody look at his competition last year?
Oh, because
I don't think they fucking
bad teams.
So let's do this. Let's pop off for a second. This is who Tyler Shuck played last year, okay? He played the Carolina Panthers, fine, 19-27, 2 touchdowns, interception, respectable.
Under 500.
They won the game 17-7. Then they played and lost to the Atlanta Falcons. They played at Miami, the Dolphins, and lost. They played at Tampa, which I just told you was a disgusting game, and they won, and they did it with 7 carries and 55 yards. Then they played the Carolina Panthers again. Then they played the New York Jets in Week 16. What do you think the Jets were doing in Week 16? How about not giving 2 flying fucks?
Playing Brady Cook, probably.
32 of 49, his first 300 yard passing game of the season against one of the worst secondaries we've ever seen, defenses we've ever seen. Then he played in Tennessee, Week 17, 22 of 27, another 300-yard passing game, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And then he ended the year playing the Falcons, and they lost 19-17.
What did he do against the Rams?
Against the Rams, 34-10, lost 15 of 24, 176 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Katie Betts was really worried about you for getting that. So let me just touch on something, if you don't mind. No beef with Katie Betts, but a little bit of beef with Katie Betts. We're not anywhere near finishing previewing the SEC, the rest of the NFL. So I would ask that you be more of a Landon as a fan and less of a Katie Betts. Nobody's trying to be sharp. We're giving our opinion on your team. It's not personal. I think the Saints have the least talented roster in the NFC South. That's my opinion. If I am wrong, I will still be on this show, and I will gladly admit to being wrong when that time comes. There's no possible way to say that we like all 32 teams in the NFL. There's a fan of every team in this chat. Fans drive me crazy a little bit. Fans drive me crazy a little bit. That's something I've realized from the last couple of weeks of talking football. Super fans,
they take it personal.
crazy.
Oh yeah, dude, it's brutal. But again, as if you are a Saints investor, because Tyler Shook was a fun player and they've got guys who are fun. I'm with you, Steak. I'm not really that in on Travis Etienne, and I think they overpaid for him, but I like Chris Olave a lot. And I really like the staff they have in place. It is not personal, but again, I want to remind you, this is a quarterback who had wins last year against the Panthers twice, the Bucks, the Jets, the Titans. Let's relax a little bit. The New Orleans Saints, in my mind, are not that next team that's about to blow the doors off and win 9 or 10 games. And also, look, Chase Young, if he can do what he did again and replicate his success, great. Trading for Tyree Wilson, I don't know what the fuck the Raiders are doing even drafting Tyree Wilson. I remember that motherfucker. They took him 7th overall. I remember he was one of those weird combine climbers out of nowhere. I'm looking at this defense. It's not scaring me. This defense doesn't scare me. And so at the end of the day, yeah, Jordan Tyson, can he be really good? Sure. Olave is really good. But no, I'm expecting Tyler Shook to come back down to earth a little bit. It's not even like he took off the Pluto to begin with it, but everybody's acting like it. We should pump the brakes on the New Orleans Saints. I like the under 7.5 wins. Let's go through the schedule. You want to hear how they start the year? This is actually insane.
It's
at the Detroit Lions and at the Baltimore Ravens. Insane.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I saw that, and if I do really want to play the Saints, it might be just take them live after those first 2 games.
Take them live to what? Oh, over win total?
For the win total, yeah.
So the next 2 are easier, much easier. Home against the Raiders, home on Monday Night Football, first divisional game. Monday Night Football, you take on the Falcons. So Raiders, Falcons, after Lions, Raiders. We'll go in 2-2. Then you get your 3rd home game in a row against the Minnesota Vikings in week 5.
It's a complete coin flip. So you can give them this coin flip and not give them the next coin flip game. To me, that game is the definite. Like, I bet you it's a pick 'em or Minnesota. That's one of that.
You're sure, and that's very modest and nice of you. How about this? I'll make this simple. Brian Flores against Tyler Shook. After I just told you the competition Tyler Shook saw last year, fuck no. The Saints give me the Saints team total under. That's going to be a Vikings win right there, 3-2. On the road,
they would be 2-3 if you have Vikings winning, just so we're staying on.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2-3. Yeah, 2-3. On the road against New York, Shuck against Jackson Dart, hopefully. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Perfect. So I'll go win. You're giving them the loss against the Vikings. I'll go win against the Giants, and that makes them 3-3.
Greg, you kind of agree there?
I think 3-3 is probably where they'll be.
Here's the reality. You guys don't want to admit this. Then the next game they play is international against the Steelers.
Ireland?
I don't know.
Coin flip game.
Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy's big ass ain't going to Ireland international and losing to fucking Tyler Shuck and Kellen Moore.
Steelers just beat the Vikings internationally.
They sure fucking did, Steak. I'm glad you brought that up.
It was Carson Wentz, but yes.
Still.
That is true.
That's the best quarterback the Vikings had on the roster last year.
Didn't Carson Wentz win a game internationally before that?
Browns.
Probably. Yeah.
The Browns, yeah.
I hate international football, man. Yeah, that's gonna be a, let's see, what did we have it? 3-4.
You know what it's like? Do you know what it's like trying to convince international people to love football and saying, here's Carson Wentz? It's like trying to convince someone to love music and saying, here's Imagine Dragons.
That's really good. Yeah, it's great. You should tweet that.
No.
3-4 bye week. Home. You play the Browns at home. I don't think that's a
in New Orleans?
Yeah,
In New Orleans, I think you get the Browns in New Orleans.
Me too. So where does that put us?
That's going to put us at 4-4.
Is that 8 games we've done so far? 4-4.
Yep. Home against the Panthers. I'll give them a win. I'll say they split against the Panthers. So 5-4. This is brutal. At Chicago, at Cincinnati, home against the Packers. Now,
I'm going to go 3 losses. If that upsets you, I'm sorry, but I'll go 3 losses. That put me at 5-7.
I'm going to go 6-6. I'll go 1-2.
Okay.
I think they could get the Packers at home. Feels like a sleepy spot for
you
the
guys
Packers.
are low on the Packers, boy.
No, I just think that's a sleepy spot.
No,
for the
Jeff
Packers.
is. Jeff is.
I am. Well, at that
Hard to
point,
make me
actually,
like the Packers, if I'm being honest. I normally don't say that because you dislike a team, but your dislike of the Packers is reaching a level that I have to pay attention to.
remember, it's just Matt LaFleur. So actually, I'm gonna change my stance because week 13, Matt LaFleur is gonna be fired. Jonathan Gannon will be the interim head coach, and the Packers will win that game. The Saints go 0-3. They are 5-7. Then they go on the road, back-to-back divisional games. That is a tough stretch, dude. 4 out of 5 games on the road at Chicago, at Cincinnati, then at Carolina and at Tampa.
So I'll give them 1-1, but I think it could be 0-2, but I'm gonna give them 1-1.
I think it could be 2. I'll give them. Well, I definitely have to give them the loss against Panthers because I gave them the win the first one. So we'll go 6-8. Home against the Cardinals, we'll give them that one 7-8.
Ooh.
And then the last 2 are at Atlanta and home against Tampa. It's going to be a toss.
I got to be honest with you. See, this is why I really like that we do this. I don't hate the Saints as much as I did coming into this conversation as I do now going over that schedule. I do not think that's that tough of a schedule at all.
Very easy schedule.
It's not, but that's also something. I mean, it's the 5th easiest schedule in the NFL. I think somebody mentioned it. So guys, this is where we get creative. Remember, I told you the fate against the Vikings last year was missed the playoffs. Saints missed the playoffs. How about that?
It's too juicy, right?
That's going to be like minus 250, 280.
Is it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you. I'll get
a team with a 7.5 win total.
Nah, you're right. I just assumed
minus
the division.
270 would be my guess.
Minus 270.
You want to stand on Biz? You've laid minus 270 on a 5-unit play before.
I sure have.
Playoffs to
I got radioactive stuff in my head.
Make the playoffs to miss the playoffs. Saints minus 215.
Oh. Hammercock lock.
Yeah, there we go. I knew you love a juice play.
I love a minus 215 for a futures play. Okay. Last one. Greg, are you good on time or do you have to hop off?
I'm good.
Okay. Let's go over my my Tampa Bay.
I do want to say something. I cannot wait for you to victory lap your Matt LaFleur, first coach fired, in 2029 when he gets fired at the end of the season.
No, when he's
like, oh, do you guys remember in 2026?
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on. To be fair, it was literally, you're talking about John Harbaugh with the Ravens. It was not 3 years later. It was the year after.
And it was at the end of the season. How many coaches got fired from when you needed him to hit to when he got fired?
I have not had a lot of success in the first coach fired market. That is.
Yeah, but you're victory lapping that. Like you hit it and it was.
I'm not. All I'm saying is this.
18 months later.
Hold on. In 2024, I bet Harbaugh to be the first coach fired. 2025 was his last season as the head coach.
He got fired in 2026. And you bet him in 2024.
But it was, hold on. No. 24-25 season, 25-26 season. So you can't do that.
And he didn't get fired until 2026.
It was the next fucking year, Greg. I was 1 year early.
You weren't a year early. You were 18 months early. You weren't even close. He didn't get fired in season either season.
How many days after the season did he get fired?
2 or 3. But it was 2026.
Bro, the NFL season is 2 years if you're going to do it that way.
No, because you're betting him in season, which means it's going to happen before January.
It was after the second season had completed that I had the wager. See, this is a stupid shit that you put so much time, energy, and effort on. I'm doing this for fun, obviously. I know that wasn't a good wager, but it's fun to bring it up.
I don't think you do because you always bring it up.
Oh, I'm going to bring it up forever. So just deal with it. But your take is
it was a terrible bet.
I know it was a bad bet.
If he got fired in the season in 2025, I would give you a little bit more credit. I would say you were a year early if he got fired in season, but he didn't even get fired in season.
That's stupid. You should give me more shit for taking Zach Taylor to be the first coach fired and the Bengals going to the Super Bowl and almost winning it. That was way worse.
Yeah, but you don't victory lap that.
No, I don't. You're right.
Maybe that's the problem. You guys cool if we talk to Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
No, I'd
like to keep arguing
with Greg about fucking 18 months later.
You guys both seem like you're having a great time.
I'm having a terrible time. Yeah, this is
because you're wrong. Arguments are a lot more fun if you're right than if you're wrong.
Yeah, but your reasoning sucks. I know I'm wrong.
I really think Jeff loves being wrong sometimes.
I don't love being wrong.
He loves arguing that he's right when he knows he's wrong.
I know I'm wrong. How many other ways do I have to say it was a bad bet and I know I'm wrong? All I'm saying is this.
You haven't said that once.
I said that 3 times.
What you've said is I bet him to be first coach fired, and the next year he got fired. So I wasn't that far off.
But he did.
When really you missed by like 10 coaches.
Okay, see, that is a much better way to put it.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're saying it in like dates, and you're not right.
Continue. Next subject, please.
All right.
Turn the page.
The next subject is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, that's how we're going to finish this thing off. The Bucs are bringing Todd Bowles back, which is very unfortunate. I was a Todd Bowles defender. I thought he did a pretty good job with this team. I mean, they'd won the division in back-to-back years. His defense obviously had some issues, especially when fucking Kirk Cousins dropped 500 passing yards on us on prime time. But there were some good things. There were some good things for the Bucs. Last year was brutal. Last year they were 8-9 after going 9-8 and 10-7. To me, that felt like a team that was going to break through, and they did not. They didn't win the division, and they fell below 500. So they're bringing Bowles back, but they are not bringing Jonathan Grizzard back, who was their offensive coordinator. Third guy in 3 years. He was atrocious, absolutely atrocious. Now they got Zach Robinson coming in, who I believe Jovan had mentioned does come from the McVay coaching tree. But I also think this guy was offensive coordinator of the Falcons last year, if I'm not mistaken. I don't love sloppy seconds from teams within the division. If I owned a franchise, I would never, ever, ever, ever do that. I would never hire fucking Dirk Cutter and Mike Smith. That's just me. So listen, I'll give him a chance, addition by subtraction, but already I'm not like super into it. Here's who left. Mike Evans is gone. He's with the Niners. I miss him already. Hassan Reddick is gone. He kind of sucked. Jamel Dean is with the Steelers. Lavonte David, I believe, has officially retired. Logan Hall is with the Texans. Rashad White's with the Commanders. Absolutely not going to miss Teddy Bridgewater. And that's about it. Okay, we've got Ashawn Robinson coming in. He was the highest paid free agent for the Bucs, $10 million. Alex Anzalone, linebacker, $8.5 million. I actually love this. I really do. We needed a linebacker. He looks like a pirate. I'm kind of in on that. Kenneth Gainwell, paid him to be the RB2. Nice move there. Al-Qadin Muhammad, not super familiar with him, nor am I familiar with Miles Killebrew or anybody else. All right, who did they draft? How about one named Ruben Bain? You ever fucking heard of him? Can't believe. Now listen, one thing you say about the Bucs, Jason Light has been a fantastic general manager. There was a great clip that came out, if you guys saw this, of him in the war room, and there was a team trying to trade up. I think it was the Cowboys or somebody else was trying to trade up, and he almost did it, but he was like, wait. It was like pick 13. He's like, if Ruben Bain falls, we're taking Ruben Bain. And so they had a pick like ready to go for a couple seconds and shit. Didn't do it. Got Ruben Bain. Absolutely love it. Another guy people are talking about in training camp, linebacker Josiah Trotter from Missouri. I don't know if any of you know who this guy is. State you're an SEC guy. People are raving about this dude. And wide receiver Ted Hurst apparently is a freak. He's like a 6'7" dude from Georgia State. Anyways, let's go to the depth chart. Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving. Jake Browning is the new backup. Thankfully, they took the quarterback room seriously because Baker Mayfield, shocker, gets injured a lot. Cade Otton, I think he's a horrible tight end, is coming back, unfortunately. Chris Godwin Jr., one of my favorite receivers, going to be one of my favorite Bucks of all time. Egbuka is an exciting player, and so is Jalen McMillan, who we didn't get to see a whole lot of last year because I believe he was injured, wide receiver from Washington. The offensive line was really banged up last year. Hopefully that changes. Tristan Wirf's coming back. Graham Barton, center from Duke, is awesome. Cody Mock, the right guard, and Luke Godeke, the right tackle. And then on defense, Vita Vea, we don't know what's going to go on with him. I think he's playing some hardball there. Kalijah Cansey is a bad motherfucker. That goes next to him. Ruben Bain, Ashawn Robinson, Anzalone, Josiah Trotter. In the secondary, Antoine Winfield Jr., stud from Minnesota. Tyke Smith, bad motherfucker. Royals props knows all about him. Zach McCollum is also a very good cornerback, and Benjamin Morrison from Notre Dame, if he can be good. All right, favored in 9 games this year, ladies and gentlemen. Much different than the other teams in the NFC South. Total 8.5 stake. What do you think about the Bucs?
Ooh, I'm glad they're last. I have so many opinions on this team that contradict each other that it's tough because, first of all, I pretty much started off the year by watching Quarterback on Netflix, which I feel like is the new Hard Rocks. Like Hard Rocks is washed.
Hard Knocks?
Hard Knocks is washed.
You said Hard Rocks.
Did I say Hard Rocks?
You're such a Floridian.
That's not good. Hard Knocks is washed and Quarterback is in. And it didn't occur to me just how hurt Baker Mayfield was all year last year and the fact that he started 5-1. Baker Mayfield is a dog, and this is why I say my opinion is emotional because I actually love Baker Mayfield, and I really want him this to go well for him. I know there's a contract dispute over 2 years, 100 million, or 3 years. He wants 3 years, whatever. It's tough though, man. The offensive line should be one of the best in football. They were pretty banged up. Tristan Wirfs is definitely one of the best offensive linemen in football. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend you can just lose Mike Evans and everything be okay. And you kind of touched on it. Why won't this team address the tight end position? Cade Otton sucks. Cade Otton cannot be your tight end one. That motherfucker sucks. Defense, you lost Levante David. He's a staple, but also I would say washed. He's retired, so it's not that hot of a take. Ruben Bain was my favorite draft pick of anybody. Ruben Bain, at the time they got Ruben Bain, I would call the best value draft pick, all because he has short fucking arms. Ruben Bain will be an absolute stud in the NFL, and that is a fact. I like Alex Anzalone, but I don't want to overhype Alex Anzalone because he gets absolutely fried in pass coverage. So he's fine. He's a fine ad when you need a linebacker. He's a starting linebacker in the NFL. Nothing more than that to me. I love Emeka Egbuka, but now he immediately has to be the wide receiver one. And not only does he immediately have to be the wide receiver number one, you need Chris Godwin to be healthy, which he's literally never. Chris Godwin is never healthy. So as many good as I can pull out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I can find bad as well. I am excited to go over this schedule. I do want to back Baker Mayfield because he's healthy and he has something to prove. And I love what he's done in Tampa. I think he's a great fit. So I'm leaning towards buying the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I'm scared.
Greg, my buddy, my pal, my Tampa sports hater for no fucking reason
other than I have nothing against the Bucs.
Stab me. Nothing against the Bucs. Nothing against the Bucs.
I'm not a big Baker guy, but I get
I remember when you took his under passing yards, and I think he went over that by week 7. That was fun.
I think he went over that by and not week 7, but probably week 11.
I had alt over touchdown passes, which was like 5-1 of that.
I forgot to mention that Todd Bowles is a bozo bitch.
Yes,
sorry. Go ahead.
That's a perfect segue because that's the only reason I can't yet take him to win the division. But I do feel the Panthers just won the division. The Falcons have a lot of sex appeal in a new coach. The Saints are everybody's darling. You haven't heard a lot about the Bucs, and they're the favorite to win the division with the highest win total. Like this seems to me in December, we're like, yep, this was one of the easiest picks on the board. So I'm not saying I'm taking it. In general, that's where I'm at with the Bucs. I do think obviously Evans is huge. Levante David, those aren't just guys who are really good. Those are locker room guys who are cap leaders of the team. So that's outside of talent. I think that's a bigger problem than what it looks like. Sorry, there's a fucking FedEx guy at my door. So yeah, man, I like Egbuka. I think, he had a hamstring injury. He was a completely different player the first 6 weeks of the season versus the rest of the season. The Bucs were the worst team against the spread last year, which going into the next year is typically a very good sign. They're a little bit undervalued. Exactly. So all those things kind of strike up where it's like, damn, this team could just be one of the most slept on division winners because the division's so bad. And they're the only ones that really, like, if you think about it, they went out, they made the playoffs 5 straight years before last year. And even the Panthers, not necessarily a do or die position, but you got to go and beat a division opponent, and they lost, right? Like, I think the Bucs are the only ones who have that fortitude to actually win the division. And it's going to be right there for them. I like Zach Robinson. This is Baker's 9th offensive coordinator in 9 years, which is fucking ludicrous.
Wow.
Right. But I do think this is a good guy for him. The Vita Vea thing is huge. That's huge. I think it's all smoke and mirrors. I think he'll end up lining up. But if that materializes, that's a big, big problem. But pretty much all of that just to say everything about me wants to take the Bucs. Todd Bowles makes me want to not take the Bucs. And that's really just where I'm at. But I can easily come around to the Bucs. My play for the Bucs, and you guys both hit on it, but I don't know what his odds are, but Ruben Bain, defensive rookie of the year, I think is a good one to lock in.
Did we lose, Jeff?
You're deep in thought, Jeff.
My Wi-Fi went out. Can you hear me?
Okay, I thought you were thinking.
No,
we can hear you.
The other thing too with Baker,
just the stinker.
Baker in a spot where he's got to get paid and he's got to put up or shut up. You got to kind of like that. It will be fun to see him get Stefanski twice a year too now. Like, he's a revenge guy, so I think you got to think the Bucs are going to get him twice.
All right. Well, we'll go through their schedule. I will tell you this. talk about being cautiously optimistic. I am cautiously optimistic, but I'm also fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I am very cautious about wanting to believe in Todd Bowles because he's an objectively bad head coach, and that's tough. And as I get older, I really am trying to focus and be smarter about putting my money on bad head coaches. And I think for the most part, I've done a pretty good job of it. I still make some issues or still make some bad decisions, but the team that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I mean, I think that this is a 9-win team at minimum with a solid offensive line. And honestly, dude, kind of a wide receiver core that I think is being a little slept on. Like, you don't think so?
It needs Chris Godwin healthy and Emeka Egbuka to take the step into being the wide receiver one. You already lost Jalen McMillan, I think, for the year.
Are you kidding me? He's out for the year?
I thought so. Did I mishear that?
This fucking guy can't stay healthy to save his fucking life, dude.
Hold on, let me confirm that because now I'm going to feel bad if I'm wrong.
Well, because yeah, I mean that's kind of important. He's a pretty good wide receiver 3. I don't know about
Somebody said he was healthy. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Well, I thought.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
Which Bucs receiver got hurt then?
Well, fuck, I don't know. You're scaring me, dude.
Yeah,
okay, he's day to day in training camp. That's nothing.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got hurt, by the way, last year and missed like the first half of the season in a preseason game against the stupid fucking Steelers. He like fell on his head. Tez Johnson is fun. Yeah, that's true. Tez Johnson is fun.
I would side with you, Jeff. I think they have enough guys, enough names back there that easily one of them would step up into number 3.
Yeah, last year.
Hand up. Sorry to cut you off. Hand up. I really did come into this thinking Jalen McMillan was seriously injured, so I don't hate your take as much now knowing he's healthy.
Yeah, I think I was a little upset with Egbuka towards the end of the year, and I know Baker was pretty bad, but Egbuka, if anybody remembers watching those Bucs games, Egbuka had some bad drops, and he came on so strong. I was like, oh fuck, the Bucs got a steal, and then he was kind of a bitch to finish the season. I like him. I've listened to interviews. I think he seems like a great dude. Smart, hard worker. I'm gonna give him a chance. Chris Godwin is the fucking man. But yeah, losing Mike Johnson, God, Jesus Christ, Mike Evans absolutely sucks, no doubt about it. I think the wide receiver room is slept on. Bucky Irving is a dog. Something weird happened with him last year too. I don't know if you guys remember that. I don't know if they were trying to cover up some off the field issue or something.
Yeah, he was supposed to come back, and then he just never really did.
It was really strange, dude.
But Rachaad White is one of the best backup running backs in football, so Gainwell's a massive step up there.
Yeah, Gainwell. Rachaad White was awful. Talk about like a 2-yard per carry kind of guy. Gainwell being there is great. I just am excited about the defense. I am. I really like, again, Royals props won't shut up about Tyke Smith. He is a bad motherfucker. And we need Vita Vea, obviously. But the players, the roster, if they stay healthy, big if, it can happen. Happened with the Bills last year. Bucs had horrible injury luck last year. Hopefully that turns around and they stay somewhat healthy. And if they do, this is a team that's going over their win total. And you said it, Greg, or maybe Steak did. One of you said it, kind of being slept on this year. Nobody's really talking about the Bucs. The only thing I hear people talking about is a pissed off Baker. I have heard that a few times, but it's like, oh, but Todd Bowles. Oh, Vita Vea wants out of his contract or, requesting a trade. Oh, this, oh, that. Now Baker's kind of got some bad blood with the organization and everything. So anyways, let's go over the schedule. They start the year on the road against Cincinnati. It's going to be really, really tough for Todd Bowles to prevent the fucking Bengals from putting up 40 points. Let's be honest.
0-1.
Okay. Home against the Cleveland Browns.
1-1.
Home against the Minnesota Vikings.
2-1.
I'll give them a win there too because dome team, Kyler Murray in that Florida humidity in September, that's not going to be very friendly. Then they get the Packers after that. 3-1.
In Green Bay or
Tampa.
2-2. They'll split with the Vikings and the Packers.
Okay, fine.
The Packers are going 0-17 for anybody keeping track at home.
3-1. At the Cowboys, short week, Thursday Night Football. I don't like that spot.
That's a rough spot. Anytime you're Thursday Night Football on the road.
Tough spot. I'm 3-2.
I'm 2-3.
Okay. Let me tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. I have been going to Bucks games since I was a kid. And you know my friend Blake, who's a diehard Packers fan. Him and I went to a Packers-Bucks game. And as I walked into the stadium, I said, Aaron Rodgers is throwing 3 interceptions today. He told me what Slack Packs told me. He said, you're fucking out of your mind. Blah, blah, blah. When we got in our section, I told the whole section, I said, get ready. Aaron Rodgers is throwing 3 interceptions today. Every time he threw an interception, they turned around to me and were like, oh, I don't even know if I could gamble at this point, what age I was. I was a young lad. He ended up throwing 4 interceptions, I believe. My point in telling you this is that the Steelers are playing in Tampa in week 6. Aaron Rodgers does not play well in the home of the pirate ship. That is a Buccaneers win. Sorry, Greg, 4-2.
I agree, 3-3.
I agree.
I love bringing up when I was right. Yeah, of course. You're going to guess what? I got news for you. When you get a fucking microphone and a camera and you're talking 10 hours a week and you get fucking shilled every chance you get by loser fuck faces, you're going to Vic lap everything.
How about the fact that no one's glazed us and we're 25 minutes after?
Because we don't get it, Steak. That's why
no
I bring
glaze,
up
no fucking glaze. We're 25
Exactly.
minutes overtime right now.
Exactly. Not one motherfucker. They'll tell you if you're 3 minutes late. They won't tell you when you're 25 minutes over. Though. You're welcome. Yeah,
Crazy.
You're welcome. There's no other show on Book It Sports today. There's no other show. And we're providing fucking entertainment for you. Or we're providing misery. Either way, you're listening. And we get no goddamn glaze. Anyways, that's right.
I'm at 3-3. You're at 4-2. Let's keep it pushing.
All right. 4-2. At Carolina. It's going to be tough.
I can see him splitting with the Panthers.
I can see him splitting with
I'll
the
go
Panthers.
split too. So 3-4 for me.
4-3 for me. Greg, where are you at?
I'm 3-4.
Of course you would be, fucking loser. Home, Atlanta Falcons.
4-4.
5-3. On the road, Sunday Night Football against Chicago. Oh God, I got to give Ben Johnson the edge over Todd Bowles.
4-5.
5-4 going into the bye week. Big bye week. I like a week 10 bye week. That's good. 5-4 going into the bye. You come out on the road, revenge game against the Detroit Lions.
Ooh, this is a brutal. This is harder than the Saints schedule for sure. They got to win a big game though. I can't have them losing to the.
I can see him beating the Lions. They're coming off a bye.
But
5-5. I'll go 5-5.
They have a couple more opportunities. Just to let you guys know, Chargers, Ravens, Rams are on deck. Okay.
Oh my God, are you fucking joking? That's the next 3 games.
Yeah, but no, they're not the next 3 games. I'm just saying they're coming up.
Yeah, I don't know that I can back this team.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's say they lose to the Lions, 5-5. Home, Monday Night Football against the Carolina Panthers. That is a win, 6-5.
Yes, it is. For me, I have them at 5-6.
Okay.
6-5.
Okay. And then home against the Los Angeles Chargers, coming west to east.
Sure. I'll give you a win. It's just getting
tough. You got to give them a big win eventually.
6-6. I did just get 6-6. Fine.
I'm back to 6-6.
Okay, I'm 7-5. On the road in Baltimore, I'm going to give it a loss there. 7-6.
6-7.
Okay. Home against the New Orleans Saints.
Win.
I'm giving it a
7-7.
8-6. On the road in Atlanta.
8-7.
8-7.
9-6. Home against the Los Angeles Rams. We know how the Rams played when they went west to east last year in Carolina.
Them boys got their work cut out for them. I'm going to tell you that right now. These boys got their work cut out.
They could beat the Chargers or the Rams.
They could, but that is a brutal schedule that never gets easy or never starts easy. It's absolutely brutal.
I'll give them a loss 9-7, and then they're going to beat the absolute fuck out of the New Orleans Saints to end the year on the road in New Orleans, 10-7.
And I have 9-8.
9-8.
They're winning.
An absolute dogfight of 9-8.
Okay, so hold on, ladies and gentlemen. It's 12:28. We're going to wrap it up here in a minute, or maybe at least Greg with previews. If we want to talk some preseason football tonight and some MLB, we can. If the chat wants
it. We need glaze. We need glaze. Sorry. I'm going to be that guy today. If you want us to stay on an extra 30, 45 minutes to talk preseason football and MLB, we need the glaze.
How about this? We got 2 more questions for you guys. We'll take a break. Greg, thank you very much for making time as always and going overtime. Who do you like to win the division in the AFC or the NFC South?
At value, Carolina Panthers. At value.
I do too. Greg, you like the Saints?
If I have to place a bet today, right now, the Bucks.
Wow.
I think it actually could work out for them great if they have a tough schedule early and they get bowls out of there.
And then last question, fantasy guy for the Bucks. Godwin, Igbuka, Bucky, Baker.
I feel like you really want people to jump on this Godwin train. You're really pushing it.
Me?
You keep hyping him up.
I think it's Igbuka. We'll have a monster year.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Godwin could be the value play because Ibuka is going to be pricey.
Never forget, I had Chris Godwin to lead the league in reception 70-1, and then he got hurt against the Ravens.
Never forget that he got hurt like he literally always does. He always gets hurt. That's why you shouldn't invest in anything Chris Godwin. You really shouldn't.
I'm not even hyping him up. To be fair, I just listed players on the Bucks, and then Greg.
What year was that? I'm just curious. What year was that?
Oh, well, according to you, it was 2-3 years ago. That's
what year was it? What season was it?
When did Godwin go down against the Ravens? When fucking Bowles should have pulled the starters? 2 years ago? 2024. 2 years ago, Greg. The 2024-2025 season. Okay, since that one season is 16 months to you, moron.
That's fine. That's fine, Duke. Glazing Chris Godwin makes sense. He's good when he plays. I just don't want to fucking play the game with Chris Godwin.
I've just decided that I'm going to make victory lapping my thing. I'm going to Vic lap into oblivion.
Great idea.
I kind of already do it. I'm just saying I'm going to continue to do it. I'm not backing off of that. I'm going to Vic lap like a motherfucker. Also, I Vic lap everybody else when it's necessary. I've Vic lap your Aaron Rodgers bet.
You Vic lap me all the time. I have no problem with you. You're a very good friend with Vic lapping.
And you never know. I Vic lap Greg when I had the Penguins to win the Stanley Cup. We were sitting at a bar and he's a Penguins fan. I said, Greg, I'll give you half the wager. 100 to win, 800, 8-1. And he'll never tell you that. He sure won't treat me with any respect. He'll just tell me about
limitations is running up on that. But no, I do appreciate that.
Yeah, I bet you do. You really seem like it. Are you really looking at when Chris Godwin broke his fucking knee?
It's
2020. So he broke his knee in 24, but he got hurt in 2023 as well.
Okay, it was the
2025. That shit is annual, dude. Chris Godwin injury is annual.
You want to go to his game log and see how well he was doing in that season? He had like 8 to 9 catches.
I want to see how many receptions he had in terms of ranking when you just
a shit ton, Greg. I remember it was a shit ton.
I'm not kidding. He was easily top 5. Not kidding.
He was.
Yeah, he was. He was getting like 8 to 9 catches a game. Evans was having like 3, but he would get touchdowns. All right, listen. Real talk. Greg, you want to hop off?
He finished 19th. He finished 19th.
He finished 19th. That's counting for the injury, you moron.
That's my point. You have to count for the injury.
No, stakes with me on this one.
No, unfortunately, for what he's Vic lapping, Chris Godwin was legitimately like top 3 in the NFL in receptions when he got hurt.
Yeah, you dick fuck.
Yeah. But he ended the season 19th.
He missed like 6 games, dude.
Yeah.
I know. But I'm just saying you just victory lap a guy that finished 19th.
I hate you.
It's really tough. It's really easy to hit an outright golf winner if you play by those rules.
Do you want to say goodbye?
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye, Greg.
See you guys.
Great having you. Thank you very much. All right. Steak, good job. Everybody, great job. It's 12:33. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 32 minutes. This is not like us. We're 2-hour guys.
Yeah.
If the chat.
They did do a lot of glazing when I asked for it. I'll say that. There was a ton of glazing.
All right. Well, unfortunately, because we had an absolute evil scumbag human being up here, I was distracted and did not see any glazing.
Okay.
Does the chat want us to talk preseason football tonight and baseball?
We can do it. We can do it.
See it.
I feel good. We can do it. Put the pee break graphic up.
Yeah, I am going to pee. You know what? Let's take a couple minutes.
I'm really going to pee.
Thank you.
Yes. I'll go do it.
Let's take a couple minutes. I want to see a little bit of I really just want to see is you want it. If you want it, we'll give it to you because we're fucking men of the people.
Yeah. Don't forget that.
So we'll be back. Give us a minute or two to fucking regroup. I'm going to make a cup of tea.
Let's do the Morikawa scandal graphic or something.
No.
Jeff fell asleep. We can't do that one.
No. This is good.
Whatever.
That's a good one. That's a good one too.
Yeah, that was a good one. We never did another one of those. No.
Oh, great.
No.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that.
Go another one. No. Pretty sick. pretty fucking sick.
That's actually pretty cool. We'll be back. We'll be back. I want to see you want it. I want to see you want it. All right.
I'm back, chat. You better watch those fucking tomatoes, Black Facts. You better watch those fucking tomatoes. Test tubes are like that. You could definitely freestyle over this beat, Big Cheesy. I need to be drunker, though. If I'm drunk, I'll freestyle. What the fuck, Big Cheesy? I'm eating a banana, but I'm eating it like a man. Not like Jeff Sunday would eat it. Right to the back of the throat. The way Jeff Sunday would eat a banana would get us kicked off Twitch. Miss Frappid? Miss Frappid doesn't like the song? That's first. Sucks, Katie Betts. It was a decision I made when I was 8 years old, playing Madden with Chris Carter, Randy Moss, and Dante Culpepper. So I picked them as an 8-year-old, and it's been fucking miserable torture pretty much ever since. Oh, wow. We're rerunning the fucking song. Jeff Sunday with the long piss. Fuck you, Slack Max. What random food item will Jeff come back and say that he ate last night that he cooked? Hard-boiled egg's a good guess. Hey, Herna, you're very middle because I talk shit about Houston a lot, so you give me shit.
You know, I got nothing in my house. I got to go to the grocery store.
What'd you eat? I ate a banana.
I'm out of bananas. You're never going to believe this. I never do this. This is what my wife and I have been having for like a late night snack. A bowl of cereal.
Ooh, not a good snack. What kind of cereal are we talking?
It's my favorite cereal is Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds, and this is
Yeah.
like some fucking hipster, healthier version of that shit.
Oh, okay.
So that I don't know the last time I've had a bowl of cereal with the sun up. I never eat cereal. It's just a snack. I'm usually a cookie guy, just taking a break from cookies and been doing cereal. Very good, but literally nothing.
Yeah.
Not even any cheese. I would have like a piece of cheese, banana, no leftovers because I ate out last night. Anyways, I think I have enough stamina in me to talk preseason football. I don't know about baseball.
Really? Okay.
You want to do baseball too?
That's okay. Let's see how you feel. Let's do preseason football. No, but I don't want you to overdo yourself, overextend yourself. So let's do preseason football, and then let's see how we feel.
All right. So let's pull up the board. Pull up Pickett. Did the chat show some love? Did they want it?
The chat showed some love, yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. The Steelers kicked the fuck out of the Packers last night.
Yeah. That was we had good reads yesterday, actually. That was our worst one.
Yep.
How about that fucking Cardinals Raiders game staying under?
I know.
That's crazy.
That's why MJ texted this morning and was like, I'm sorry. I was like, what are you sorry about?
I'm dead ass serious. I thought MJ saw an early report of like Baker Mayfield snapping his ACL or something like that.
Dude, same exact
I'm
thing.
genuinely sorry. I thought something horrible happened.
Oh my God. Sung J M, by the way, 8 under plus 970 to win. All right. Let's go to the NFL. Here's the board.
True. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're okay. The Titans game didn't go over, unfortunately.
No game went over.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Shout out Joey Dumps. Denver and the Atlanta Falcons. Denver's in Atlanta tonight. Denver's a big favorite. Looks like they're minus 187 on the money line. I don't know what spread that is. Pickett's spreads are a little funky. We need to see what's going on with that there. Like the best line it's showing me is an alt line, so I'm not going to go off that. So let's just go off this. Here we go. Minus 3.5, total 45.5. Let's talk about these teams in these quarterback rooms. First preseason game for both, for everybody, really, except for the Hall of Fame game people. You've got Bo Nix, Jared Stidham, and Sam Ellinger, the old Texas quarterback. And then for the Falcons, you've got Tua, Penix, Cooper Rush, and some guy named Jack Strand. I got no idea who that is.
So just so you know, it's Stidham for a half, Ellinger for a half. So that's very, you know what you're getting from the Broncos. For the Falcons, they're saying 10 plays for Tua, which is just hilarious. And then a lot of Cooper Rush. And then that guy you just said, what was it? Jack Strand. Let's see who this guy is. Jack Strand, I was going to say, I think he's the only guy playing quarterback today that I can genuinely say I've never heard of in my entire life.
How's this guy even on a roster? He's 22 years old. He's from Minnesota Moorhead. You didn't even have a profile picture.
Never heard of him in my life.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at skill position players. How about that?
Yeah.
You've got RJ Harvey. He's a nice player for the Broncos. Jonah Coleman, Tyler Batty, Michael
Ravens legend.
Pat Bryant's, Little Jordan Humphrey. Great names, fun names. Justin Jolly, fun name. Hakeem Butler, Kyrie Swan. I don't know who Michael Bandy is or any of those guys. So nobody on the Broncos is really making it move all that much for me.
Ooh, Pat Bryant and Lil Jordan Humphrey in the preseason make it move for me for sure.
Sure, but they are second stringers, so I don't know how much time they're going to get.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
But yeah, I'm with you. On the Falcon side, Tyler Goodson, Nathan Carter, Brian Robinson Jr., Zachariah Branch, Chris Blair, Dylan Drummond. Yeah, I'd have to give the nod to the Broncos here in terms of just players.
Excited to see what we get out of Zachariah Branch. That's the only thing I think is exciting. I'm not excited about Cooper Rush, but let's be honest here. Don't you see Cooper Rush being a preseason hero? Absolutely.
100%.
And like Broncos, knowing that you have Stidham, who I'm not saying is good, but started an AFC championship game last year, and Ellinger, who's got to be one of the better third stringers out there, playing a whole half. Broncos look super easy, and I think the reason why I'm a little bit leaning the Falcons is because of how much Cooper Rush we're going to get. And he's such a preseason guy.
Tell me again, 10 plays to how much of Penix?
None. Absolutely none.
So a lot of Cooper Rush.
A lot of Cooper Rush and this fucking guy Strand.
First half over.
You want to Do you want to be the guy getting cute with overs at this moment when every game's going under?
No, I don't. So what do
If
you think?
you like the first half over, see, the problem is that do you like the Broncos in this game?
Only reason no is because I like Cooper Rush in the preseason.
Okay, because I feel like the Broncos fit your theory a little bit with the quarterback rooms.
They have a good quarterback room.
Well, for preseason, yes, I do think Stidham to Ellinger with no random D2 guy out there. No wondering about if the starter's playing. Bo Nix obviously not playing.
But Ellinger, has he played meaningful football?
Meaningful football. Not much. A little bit, but not much.
A little bit. Who did he play for? I don't even remember. He started games for the Colts?
I believe so.
The problem is that Cooper Rush has played meaningful football.
Yes. No, Cooper Rush has played meaningful football. I'm with you.
He kind of offsets that. Otherwise, yeah, I'm with you. I would clearly give it to Stidham. Yeah. That's tough. I don't know. I just think Cooper Rush is kind of a dog. So,
yeah. Bro, you want to take Falcons plus 3.5? I'll do it with you right now, happily.
Kind of. No. I just want to know: are we? How much of Jack Strand are we getting? You know?
Yeah,
that's
I think it is a significant amount.
Then that scares me.
Yeah, that's why I think the Broncos look so easy.
Right, but I was going to say, is that any reason why we want to go Falcons first half? I just kind of like Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, I'm trying to just avoid the whole Tua thing, but
that is DC bets. That's what Steak is looking for, which I'm into. All right, I'm with you though. I get what you're saying about the Broncos looking too easy. I'm definitely with you on that.
I could argue though that no one on either of these quarterback rooms has anything to play for because Broncos are very clearly already have a quarterback room. It's Bo Nix, then it's Jarrett Stidham, then it's Sam Ellinger. The Falcons announced Tua as a starter. Penix will be the backup if he's healthy, and then I assume Cooper Rush is the third stringer. So Strand is just auditioning, and that's about it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would go my route on the meaningful football, and you certainly have that with the Broncos. So they'd be a team I'd watch out for throughout the entire preseason. The Falcons' X factor is Cooper Rush. So how much Cooper Rush are we going to get tonight? If there is a report out there that says, oh, Cooper's going to play 3 quarters and we'll give Jack Strand 2 series, then I'm in on the Falcons.
Hey, we nailed Patriots first half yesterday. I will take Falcons first half with you if you'd like.
All right, fuck it. Let's do it. Because after 10 plays of Tua, we're getting Cooper Rush. That's what's happening.
That's what I think, yes. And then I think you're going to get Strand most of the second half. I don't know shit. Keep that in mind.
I like that. Though. All right. Let's go to Tampa. Oh, this game's my backyard. Oh, I have my fantasy football draft tonight, dude. Damn. I'm going to be distracted. Got Bucks preseason game. I was going to say, should I go to this game? No, I can't go to this game.
Hilarious quarterback play for the Bucks tonight, right? Because there's no Jake Browning, who they just signed, so it's Jalen Daniels starting for the Bucks. Is that correct?
Jake Browning is not playing?
I don't think so. It could be wrong. Let's look into it, but I don't think Jake Browning's playing.
All right. I don't know who Connor Basilick is.
Connor Basilick. That guy played at Michigan State, right? God, there's some funny guys. I think that guy played at Michigan State.
Bowling Green.
Yeah, but before that?
I don't know. Second season. Never heard of this guy.
Yeah, Browning is out. Time of JSS.
Browning is out. All right.
So it's going Jalen Daniels, Connor Basilick, and that's it?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, and then the Jets are playing some guys, dude. I think Geno Smith might get snaps.
So, Cade Klubnik, I can't believe he's ahead of Brady Cook.
Yep.
Brady Cook played football last year. Bailey Zappi.
Awful. Yeah.
Well, I know, but he's played.
Jets could be the most obvious play of the entire day. The Jets should be minus 9.5. If the Jets are going to play some of their starters, go to Cade Klubnik, go to Brady Cook to then end it with who? Bailey Zappi? Against the fucking Jalen Daniels and Connor Basilick? Jets should be fucking not. Wait, what is the spread? 6.5. Jets should be 9.5.
You can't make a team 9.5 in the preseason, can you?
Given everything I just said, do you genuinely believe that?
I mean, all these guys are bad. I think 7 is a lot in the preseason.
Bad in the preseason is different than won't be on an NFL roster later this year.
Who was 6.5 yesterday? Was it the Titans?
Yeah.
What was the final score? 19-13?
Curtis Rourke was the starter for the 49ers, and Cam Ward was the starter for the Titans.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you
right. Bengals as well. Bengals as well. And you got Luke Altmaier. I mean, yeah.
Did the Lions cover?
Yeah, no, Lions covered.
Nice job by you. I tailed you on that.
Talk about a time I just want to say Jalen Daniels might do a little something in the first half. Jalen Daniels.
Oh, dude. I'll tell you who's doing something.
Who?
Sean motherfucking Tucker.
Sean Tucker.
Sean Tucker.
You're gonna have Sean Tucker prize picks?
Hell yeah. I'm not doing 4-leggers anymore. That was so stupid. I'm just doing 2-leggers. Sean motherfucking Tucker. Can anybody pull him up?
For prize picks?
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna see him on, right? I can
try. David Sills playing. Probably gonna get some Tez Johnson. Probably gonna get some Cameron Johnson. Sure. I love Sean Tucker tonight. He is a dog. Yeah, what do we do? Nothing with it every time. All right. Jets, who do they have? Well, they have Isaiah Davis. I feel like I've heard that name before. Was he Clemson?
Isaiah Davis. Isaiah Davis has been their third stringer. I don't know where he went to college, though.
Ted Hurst. That's right. Ted Hurst. Time of J. You got Tim Patrick. Got that's all I really noticed. Jeremy Ruckert sounds familiar. Mason Taylor, maybe. Okay. I don't know how much David Bailey is going to play. My buddy Drew, I keep saying that. Our buddy Drew is a diehard Jets fan. He has been sending me practice reports because the Bucs and the Jets have had joint practices. And apparently, he has been honest. Apparently, the Bucs have been dominating the Jets. But David Bailey has been a dog.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. David Bailey is a dog.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, if I keep getting these updates on David Bailey, I'm gonna have to take him to do something because they're legit. It's not like he seems like a bad motherfucker in practice.
Yeah.
So okay, what do you want to do, Steak? I don't know. You want to get contrarian and take the Bucs here?
Bucs or Bucs first half is speaking to me. Won't lie. I would be more excited about thinking Jalen Daniels could do something than I would about Connor Basilic, to be honest.
Let me see something here.
Bucs first half or nothing.
Yeah, Duke knows ball. Hold on, I got a couple tweets from him. Let's see if anything. Hold on. No. Okay, we got 2 political tweets, a Florida Panthers tweet, and then a Mike Vrabel tweet.
What are you talking about?
Drew sending me tweets. Yeah. I was seeing if any of them were pertaining to tonight's game. Hold on, I'm going to go to the prize picks board real quick and see if there's anything. Sean Tucker could be my favorite square of the preseason, even more so than Tommy DeVito, who fucking balled last night. All right, hold on. Let me go.
AR started cooking too. Not getting excited or anything, but he started cooking after I tweeted about how dog shit he was.
All right, so you've got Zachariah Branch, 21.5 receiving yards. You have we have another game to talk about. Okay. Illinger, 86.5 passing yards. Stidham, 104.5 passing yards. Basilic, here you go. Here's your boy, 86.5 passing yards, dude.
Yeah, that's interesting. What about, you got Jalen Daniels on there?
Not yet. Ted Hurst, 24.5 receiving yards. Jack Strand is on here for 84.5 passing yards. Fuck, there's no Sean Tucker. At least not yet. Oh, yeah. Dude.
Ain't nobody pressing over on fucking Jack Strand.
Dude, Ted Hurst is up for a touchdown square.
Wow.
Connor Basilic to Ted motherfucking Hurst. Ooh. All right. Anyways, let's keep moving. That total in that one's pretty low, 34.5. I could see a low scoring game, if anything. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that Jalen Daniels and Basilic are going to be scoring points on the road. Against an Aaron Glenn defense. All right, we only have 3 games tonight. I thought we had more, so maybe we do have. I can push some baseball if we want to. Dolphins and Commanders. The Commanders are 4-point dogs at home here. Steak total 36.5. You want to know what we're working with in terms of depth charts? Of course you do. Give me 1 second. Let me
we get a little Marcus Mariota tonight.
All right, here we go. For the Dolphins, we've got Malik Willis, Quinn Ewers, and Cam Miller. I do not hate if Quinn Ewers is playing. He got some action last year. Also, you got some good skill position players. Listen to this for the Dolphins. Ollie Gordon, Tutu Atwell, Chris Bell, who might be out, unfortunately. I think that's the guy from Louisville. Terrace Marshall Jr., Jalen Rager.
Those are guys. Those are
Those are
preseason
guys.
guys.
Those are guys for the Dolphins. Commanders. Mariota, Ethan Kaliakmanis, Minnesota Greek legend. Sam Hartman from Notre Dame.
Rutgers.
Most handsome guy in the NFL. Katron Allen. I do like Katron Allen. Jeremy McNichols. He's a guy. He's a
preseason guy.
Van Jefferson, Treylon Burks, Jacoby Jones, Jalen Lane, River Crackcraft. I don't know.
River Craycraft, dude.
Mariota, Kaliakmanis, Sam Hartman, or Quinn Ewers and Cam Miller. Quinn Ewers is going to fucking ball tonight.
Oh, so Malik Willis isn't going to play football?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know these things.
That's who Cam Miller is. Thank you, Cam. I guess if your name is Cam, you just know about all the Cams. Is that not a guy you'd like to bet in the preseason?
I have no idea who this guy is.
Started 56 games for North Dakota State.
I'm
a little bit into it. But then again, that Commanders room sounds nice for the preseason. I could even see Kaliakmanis hooping for no reason at all. Sam Hartman, a preseason guy, absolutely. Marcus Mariota will have success I don't know how much they're going to play. Old ass Marcus Mariota. I actually think this is a fun game.
Yeah. Ball. Kind of like Dolphins, dude.
Kind of like Dolphins? Yeah, I don't blame you.
Kaliakmanis sucks.
I will say, I'm not going to get cute with the Joey Dump strategy. Every game's going under. I'm not going to try to nail up and over, but I do agree with Boston Sports Dork. If I bet a game tonight to go over, it would be this game.
I agree. Dude, guys, I wanted to buy into Sam Hartman. Sam Hartman sucks.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, he sucks.
To be fair, though, Matt, if I'm saying the guy's a preseason guy, I'm mostly just talking shit, but like there's guys playing in preseason who won't make practice squads or teams.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Should we look at the baseball board?
Yeah, we should look at the baseball board. I'm very excited.
Okay, let's do it.
I wrote down some initial thoughts earlier.
Wow. Did you really? Look at you.
Yeah. I've been having success with alt lines. I did tell you that like a month ago, like for it just betting a team -1.5 if you like them as an underdog. Like I used to be the +1.5 guy. That's stupid. If I like an underdog, bet them to win or bet them at an alt line and see if you can hit that a few times. Like I fucking had the Nationals -1.5 yesterday against the Cubs. They were like +300. I saw people taking them +1.5 at -139. Like you just gotta hit the alt lines if you're gonna do it.
I've been a big +1.5 guy for road dogs because of the extra innings things, but yeah, I'm not against it.
That's how me and you bet baseball for years.
Yeah. All right, Cubs. Clay Holmes, is this his first start? The Cardinals have gotten right. They're 7-3 in their last 10, although the Cubs have been on fire. They're 20 games over 500 now, 8-2 in their last 10. Chicago, they're -180. We got some day baseball starting up in a little over an hour at 2:20. Total is at 8. Does that look a little high for Holmes on the bump? But you never really know. It could also always be with weather.
The total?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not. It's fine. It's fine. Liberatore is nothing special. I mean, everybody's going to be on the Cubs today. So if you want to get contrarian, I would look for a way to back the Cardinals. But I don't know, man. It's late in the season to get contrarian. Cubs are hot.
It's not contrarian because the Cardinals aren't done yet. They're still playing for something. So for that reason, I actually think that Cardinals are the right play, and they're a perfect example of an alt line. I like Cardinals -1.5 +245. I'll fade Holmes on his first start. I won't get used to it. The Cubs have been good, but they also scored 0 runs yesterday and got blanked by the Nationals, and the fucking Cardinals just won 2 out of 3 against the Phillies, which is impressive. And I like the price on the Nats. So yeah, give me Nats -1.5 +245.
You mean the Cardinals? The Cardinals?
Yeah, sorry, my bad. I like the Cardinals -1.5. Also, I do like going contrarian on the Friday when it's the only day game.
Okay. You tweet that. I'm going to retweet it and say I'm tailing you.
Okay.
I'll put a half unit on the Cardinals -1.5. Let's roll. Cincinnati, Chase Burns, Cincinnati 6-4 in their last 10. They're not dead. Miami's 5-5 in their last 10, 62 and 62 games over 500. They're not good on the road. The 24-35. Alcantara's going. Looks like Chase Burns. Good pitching matchup here. This could be an obvious under, but it is in Great American Ballpark where we do see some runs and this in higher totals, and this total is at 8. How about a contrarian over with this one? Oh, it's his second start, by the way. Clay Holmes.
God, I'm torn. I'm just such a fucking Marlins sucker.
I know. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
The Marlins are playing good until that 13-1 loss to they're still over 500.
Yeah.
Reds are bad, but they did just win a series against my White Sox, which absolutely sucks. They won a game in extra. We choked away too. We gave up. Doesn't matter. I don't need to talk about it. I don't want to bet the Reds at any point for the rest of the year. So I kind of want to take the Marlins. Should I do it? Probably not. Chase Burns has been literally fucking nails all year, and you might see me bet the Marlins after I sit here and tell you I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to try not to do it.
Okay. Sandy K's. I don't know. I think I like a contrarian over in that one personally.
Keep in mind, it's not that contrarian because the Reds had a 17-run game in their last game and the Marlins had a 14-run game in their last game, and it's at Great American Ballpark. I get what you're saying. It's two good pitchers, so it's a little contrarian, but I don't think it's as contrarian as you're thinking. Like, I bet if you pull up this picket splits right now, you might be surprised.
I do like when you say that. Let's go pull them up. No, pretty public under.
Pretty public under? Cool. Yeah. Then let's do it.
68% of the bets, 60% of the money on the under. A little sharp action on the over, but hold on. You know, guess what the most popular bet in this game is? Guess. Overall bet.
Chase Burns.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Nerfy.
Oh, yeah.
Alcantara K's is the second most popular bet. Cincinnati is the next most popular bet, but it's kind of close. 297 to 229 for the Reds. Joe Mack home run is the most popular home run hitter. 171 people on a plus 750 guy stake for Joe Mack. But I'll tell you right now, people on Pickett are laddering Sandy Alcantara's strikeouts.
Yeah. I wonder if that's because Reds strike out a lot.
Somebody's getting shelled. Detroit Tigers, Jackson Job on the bump against your White Sox here, stake. Job and the Tigers are minus 130, total 8.5 here. Oh boy. You don't like it, do you? You don't like it one bit.
You want me to be really honest in a moment of what's not called insecurity? What's it called? A moment of weakness? No.
Sure.
I think this is bad for the White Sox. I think the fact that they lost 2 out of 3 in the way they did to the Reds, and now they have to play the Tigers, who are on the way and only 2.5 games back in Detroit. I am terrified, absolutely terrified about this series.
I'm not going to give you 30 seconds, but yeah, Cam is money with Sal Stewart. I do have that Rookie of the Year at a much worse number than you, but it doesn't sound like we're in good position to win. If you win, I will give you some glaze. Steak, I'm with you. It feels like, unfortunately, the White Sox could hit a little bit of a skid, and this is a bad spot to be in.
You know what else I really hate? That I wore that Tigers hat, not thinking about it, on stream today without realizing, and I think that's a bad omen. I genuinely don't like the White Sox for the first time all year. Maybe there's been like 3 times all year where I've said I don't like the White Sox. I do not like the White Sox today, one bit.
Yeah. All right. I like the Tigers. 61 and 60. They're going to be 500 today if they can take down Newcomb. With Job again on the bump. I am just curious, though. I don't think Jackson Job is a pitcher that people really respect. Tigers have seen Sean Newcomb. That's not good. They hit him up pretty well, too. 296 expected, 316. Yikes. Let's keep moving. Pittsburgh, plus 105. Pittsburgh's fallen off. 3-7 in their last 10. Now they got the Red Sox rolling in. Red Sox finally got right. Took a little bit out on the Blue Jays yesterday. 4-game series. Red Sox lost the first 3. But they won yesterday. Bennett going. I don't really know who this is against Chandler. The Red Sox are a small favorite, minus 113. Total at 8 here. I don't know that I think it's weird necessarily because Bennett's not really a big name pitcher. And I do think people like Bubba Chandler. But I thought initially, Steak, that that's a short line for the Red Sox. They maybe should be a little bit higher of a favorite, given the Pirates have been so bad lately.
Before you get mad at me, The Red Sox have really come back down to earth a little bit.
Why would I get mad at you?
Because I'm going to fade the Red Sox. I like Bubba Chandler.
I don't mind that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like the Pirates. I did pick the Pirates all yesterday or 2 days ago against the Marlins, whatever it was. They won 13-1, so I do feel like I have a little bit of walking around money. The Red Sox are coming back down to earth a little bit, in my opinion. Don't think they're bad. I don't think they're as good as they were playing by any means. I think they're somewhere in the middle of that. And I think this line is weird. I do think Bubba Chandler has a good end of the year, and he's really good next year. Give me the Pirates.
I think we have a collab on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go. I did not think
we have a collab on our hands. You know what I like? I like that the Red Sox haven't really seen Bubba Chandler. So you got a team that's kind of in the middle of coming back down to earth, going against a pitcher who's been pitching pretty well, I believe, and you haven't really seen him. I might take Bubba Chandler case today. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go look at the picket splits. I am just genuinely curious. The Red Sox are public. The most popular bet is Boston on the money line. Oh, my God. The fourth most popular bet is under Bubba Chandler strikeouts. Picket sharps, I apologize. I'm going to be fading you. Give me Bubba Chandler over strikeouts, and I like the Pirates as well. Esmeralyn Valdez to hit home run is also pretty popular.
Good nug, by the way, from Camworld. Don't know how big it is, but Ashcraft went 9 innings yesterday. They didn't use the bullpen, so got a freshman.
Very, very good. Very good. Thank you. Appreciate the contribution, by the way, Cam. Haven't seen your name a whole lot in YouTube, but keep it coming. We're a unit over here. We're trying to win units as a unit. We used to, but not really in our bag that much anymore. The Mets are at home, -115 against the Nats. Can't really figure out what the Mets are doing here. Win a couple games, lose a couple games. Some guy's going named Stock. I don't know who the fuck this dude is. Let's see if I can find anything on him at least.
Robert Stock. He's pitched 8 innings this year, and it went horrible.
Yeah, well, this Andrew Alvarez guy on the Nationals is also horrible. I'll tell you right now, this seems like a very obvious over. The contrarian play would be the under here, I think, personally, with these two teams. Also, the Mets have just been an over team, 7-2-1 at the over in their last 10. I don't know. I think I lean Mets here. What about you?
I lean Nats.
Oh, Jonesy just said Nats, POD. All right, well, I'm not fading you guys. How about that? Cool. Contrarian under.
Very.
Contrarian under.
Any under with Stock on the bump is contrarian for sure.
Yeah. Hold on. We got a paragraph here. All Jeff Beef aside, I appreciate you guys going live. I have had a terrible headache all day at work, and honest to God, you guys have made my day better so far. Besides the Packers, hey, keep working, boys. It's finally coming together. We appreciate you, Slack Packs, and I'm just trying to get ahead of it, and I apologize in advance for the Packers season. Okay, you're going to run into a lot of turmoil.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. What did I say the Packers were going to be? They're going to be 0-3.
They're not, but it's okay. Let's keep pushing. We're doing good, actually.
Okay. Cleveland, Gavin Williams. He's been a rock solid going against my guy, Michael King. I am a big Michael King guy. Steak. Holy shit balls to steal your line. Or no, you're a holy fuck balls guy. I'm a little surprised to see this line. The Guardians are -125, and now it's got to be all pitching related, but the Padres are 7-3 in their last 10. They've been red fucking hot, and it's not like they have a slouch going. They've got Michael King going. I am shocked to see this line, especially when you look at the fact that
the Guardians are sharp.
Well, yeah, because listen to this. Did you know the Guardians have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of their last 9 games?
I sure did, buddy. Two division opponents, bro, when they were very much in the thick of a division race. And for that reason, I will call them fake sharp today because this is a dead program. This is a dead program. Can't play the way you just played against the Tigers and the White Sox, pretty much blowing your shot at a division title. I don't know what their odds are now, but they were much better before these series against the White Sox and the Tigers. And then you got the fucking Padres who just swept the Astros and the Brewers. I mean, we can't give up on hot teams now, right? The Padres are a hot fucking team. I will keep backing them. Fake sharp Guardians, and it's because Gavin Williams is on the bump, and I don't give a fuck.
San Diego's won 5 straight, swept.
Oh, I'm sorry, they didn't sweep the Astros. They beat the Astros in a series and swept the Brewers. I apologize.
Yep. 5 straight. Michael King. This guy's sweeper against righties is unbelievable. And his last game, he's not. Where is he? Didn't have a whole lot of strikeouts, but I mean, he got 6. I'd imagine his line was 5.5. I took him against the Braves 2 starts ago. Carpet bomb. He came through for everything, I believe. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk. And remember, in the game that I bet him, he walked the bases loaded against the Braves on the road, settled down. He is a very, very good pitcher, and the Guardians just got shut out, Steak. So I would think if the Padres are going to win this game, I think it's going to be pitching. I think it's going to be Michael King related.
Fine.
This Gavin Williams guy, though, for what it's worth, this should be pointed out. The Padres have seen him 25 times. They're hitting him 375. 375. Freddie Fermin is 4 for 7. Who the fuck is that?
Freddie Fermin?
Fermin. Yeah, 4 for 7. My God. Luis Rengifo has a double, and Jackson Merrill has a double against them. Yeah, it could be the Padres. I'm starting to come around to it. Let's go Padres. Fermin, thank you very much. All right, how about my Rays? Minus 156. Steven Matz playing the O's. Just have to go ahead and say it. They call this the Malinsky special on VSiN. RIP. The guy passed away. But the team, after a long road trip, you fade them. The Rays are coming back from a 9-game West Coast road trip, and they won every single one of them. But they did have the day off. Now they open up at the Trop against the rat shit, dog piss, scum of the earth Baltimore Orioles. I doubt Goots is listening, but it'd be great if it was. Kyle Bradish is also going. He's really not that pathetic. I have to give Snacks his I shit on him a little bit, but the Orioles have seen Steven Matz. They hit him about 300, so that's not good. But what's your take? You already kind of made a face. Total is 8 in this one. What's your take?
Fuck all that. I've seen a whole lot of let's fade the Rays after the road trip. I'm tired of fading the Rays. Anytime I try it, it goes wrong. And now I'm seeing that it seems somewhat popular or contrarian to do it again today. And I will not do it. Will not do it. So I will either bet the Rays at an alt line, or I will not if you'd like me to lay off them. But there's no fucking shot in hell I bet the Baltimore Orioles today. No shot.
Did you say if I'd like you to lay off them?
Yeah, if you want me to just leave this whole thing alone. I did bet them minus 4.5 or 3.5 one day. Somebody made fun of me because it was only plus 170. They chirped me because I got shitty odds against the Athletics, and they won the game by like 12 runs.
Oh, I love the odds police. When have I ever told you to not bet the Tampa Bay Rays?
Hey,
Yeah, you're too nice. I know. I want you to bet the absolute piss out of the Rays. I want you to bend the Orioles over backwards and break their fucking back. Yeah, let's go Rays. Next game, Toronto. Oof, tough, real tough for the Toronto Blue Jays. I'd invested on the Blue Jays. They went from 11-1 to make the playoffs to plus 470 before that loss yesterday. They've been on fire. Won a series against the Astros. Almost beat the fucking Cubs. And
almost 4 games swept the Red Sox.
I know, it's crazy. Well, they got the Yankees coming in, and they got Garrett Cole coming in, and Cole's been pitching a lot better. They also have Bieber going. I know I got some pushback from this. I think Bieber is looking better and better in his starts. I like Shane Bieber. He's the Yankees haven't seen a whole lot of him, but a low K rate, 27 plate appearances, 11% Ks, not a lot. The Blue Jays have seen Garrett Cole a lot. They don't hit him all that well. 267, but expected 277. It's not bad. It could be a whole lot worse. Total looks to be 8 in this one. I'll tell you what, brother. I think we're getting some runs one way or another. The Toronto Blue Jays have been playing really good baseball. Yeah, they got shut out, but honestly, I got to tell you, I think if you're the Blue Jays, you got the Yankees coming into town. You won 3 out of 4 against Boston. Not that crazy to maybe take off a little bit yesterday.
And Yankees also got shut out yesterday.
I think the Blue Jays are going to come out, man. I think they're going to hit it hard. I kind of lean Toronto here, plus 135. What about you?
Collab, but the fun part is if the Toronto Blue Jays win this game, it won't be by 1 run. So I'll take Toronto minus 1.5. I'll give you a little bit of glaze, not a lot of glaze because you already Vic lapped it a little bit. You had a decent read on the fact that this team wasn't going to mail it in when I thought they were, so I was wrong there. Mm-hmm. It's obvious team with the World Series hangover that's been pretty mediocre all year, and I really thought last 10, 15 games they'd mail it in, and they've done the opposite. So I will back that. Blue Jays minus 1.5. I don't know exactly what the line is yet, but I'll take that.
Yeah. I also forgot they won a series in Philadelphia too.
Yeah.
Which was pretty good. Jose Soriano, his last game he pitched was awesome. I forgot they had Tyone. He's not all that great, but he's been pitching fairly well. Savage is hurt too, but yeah, their lineup has been showing a lot more life. Alejandro Kirk's been a lot better. And just out of curiosity, I'm kind of with you actually. If they win this game, it's going to be won by more than 2 or more runs. I think Bieber's going to pitch well. I might do a little snowman fucking Kale. I kind of like Bieber, kind of like Michael King. Although the Guardians, I think, are a team that don't really strike out that much. But I'm just looking at guys that have gone against Garrett Cole. Dude, Alejandro Kirk, red hot dude. He is 9 for 24 with 5 doubles and a home run. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has looked a lot better. He's 12 for 35, 4 doubles and 2 home runs. He's only struck out 3 times in 41 plate appearances, dude. That's crazy. He's batting 343 off of them. So
I'll after that, I'll take him with you happily.
Vladdy hasn't hit a home run in Toronto.
People say I'm built like Alejandro Kirk, dude.
Yeah, I would be down for a little Alejandro Kirk over bases. By the way, did you happen to see I bet Jake Mangum 2 games in a row? He did absolutely nothing yesterday. He was 3 for 4 with a triple and a double. Jesus.
Dude, I saw something way funnier. The guy, I don't know if you met CJ Locks at Pickett at the Park. He's a Pickett guy.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. He bet a home run parlay. I think it was 4 guys. None of them homered. The following day, all 4 homered.
Nothing worse, man.
Bro.
Nothing worse.
That is just absolutely insane.
Nothing worse. Thank you, KP Bets. We really appreciate it. Or sorry, KD Bets.
KP Bets. Different person. WKD Bets. Thank you. Sorry for chirping you earlier.
Slack Pack gave out a sub too. I missed that, by the way.
W Slack Packs. Wait, we're not on a new game yet, are we?
Yeah. We got 6 more games.
I'm starting to see stars.
I know. I'm getting tired.
I don't know how Jovan and Krabs did 24 hours, dude.
No, fuck that. No way in hell. I would have to play video games, not talk to anybody for 10 hours and have sunglasses on and really fall asleep. Atlanta minus 183. Chris Sale going against the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks 5-5 in the last 10. Fat, not a bad pitcher at all. He's got a pretty good ERA on the year. It looks like there's some value on the Diamondbacks here. Do you like it?
I think there's value because they just lost a fucking series to the Rockies, which is obviously not good. So I just think this is the best price you're going to get because they're playing Chris Sale. Do I think it's a smart wager? Not really. Do I want to tap Diamondbacks at almost plus 185 or whatever they are? Kinda.
I'm with you. Fuck it. Say less. You know what? I'm going to tell you today with that first game alt run line. Cardinals. I'll tell you with the Diamondbacks too. Let's do it. Yeah.
All right. How many games left?
Landon, I think I would need a check for $10,000. And not split between Steak and I, like just to me.
You need 10 grand.
Somebody asked me what you call me in real life. You call me Degen.
I have started to call you Degen. It's weird, like I said, because my family and my wife knows you as a different name, but I obviously do this show with you every day. So
yeah, Degen, I don't know, it kind of works. I'm okay with it. Houston with Mariah Lambert on the bump, minus 114 against George Kirby and the Seattle Mariners. Seattle is just poo-poo, hot poo-poo platter. They did get a win on their get-out game against the Yankees.
1-0. You in the building, Herna? Are you here?
Dude, listen to this offensive performance from the Mariners, though. These are the runs they've scored. You ready? 0, 1, 2, 1, 1, 5, 1. Yikes. This team sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks. What do you want to do?
I think the Astros mop the floor with them.
You think that line's short?
Don't care.
Yeah.
Their pitchers get respect. Even likes Lambert. Yeah, the Mariners get respect.
All right. I like it.
Where you could alt-line the Astros. Fuck yeah.
Yep. Biev was on Siwoo yesterday, taking him today under 68.5. Love it. Yeah. Where's Matsuyama, by the way? I need somebody in golf. I'm taking someone live.
He was the only guy I think we had in contention, right?
I don't know. What's Goddard up doing? Is anybody doing anything?
I know that if I bet Siwoo, Hideki, and Morikawa and Sanjay M wins, I'm going to have a real fucking problem.
Well, Matsuyama's 12-1 live. That's not bad. Why is Scotty plus 275? Is he on fire right now?
What about Fleetwood? What's Fleetwood at?
Hold on. I just changed tabs. He is 9-1.
Okay, so he's probably had a rough start today because he was like 6-1 when I checked in the morning.
Goddard's 45. He's not dead. That's all I got. Okay. Everybody else is dead.
Oh, Scotty's -3. Scotty might win one. Scotty might be
okay. Kansas City on the road against the Angels. I don't really care too much about this game. What do you want to do?
I don't care too much. I'm more than happy to move on.
A's at home against the Rangers.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
Nothing.
You see what the Rangers have been doing to me?
No.
Back-to-back 3-leggers would have hit if they won. I hit 2 out of 3 back-to-back days. Both the losses were Rangers money line against the Angels.
Oh, dude, that's brutal.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Yeah, you've been hot with the parlays. Keep it up. Dodgers -175 against the Brewers. Total 7.5. What do you like?
Pass. It's gonna get boring at the end. Sorry, I don't love a lot, but I'm not.
Sorry. Giants.
You saw how they blew that. You saw the game yesterday.
Yeah.
Dodgers are a no bet right now.
Yeah, I agree. Oh wait, the Dodgers blew it, and the Brewers came back and won.
Yes.
Oh, got it. Sorry, I thought it was the other way around.
Brewers came back and won 5-4.
Yeah. Fuck it, dude. You want to take the Brewers again?
Sure.
I might do it. You don't really want to. I'll do it.
I don't.
Landon Roop, Giants -127 against the Rockies. That line looks actually kind of short because Landon Roop gets line respect. Total 7.5. I don't know.
I agree with you. I don't think it's going to make my card because I'm looking through this and I feel like I have a lot of bets, so I probably won't make my card. But I agree with you that the line's short.
Yeah. Fuck Edwin Diaz, dude. I saw his demise in New York up close and personal. He fucked a game for me too when I was right behind home plate. Not to brag. All right, quick recap. St. Louis -1.5. I forget what you liked with the Reds Marlins. Anything?
I do like the Marlins.
Tigers large. You like the Tigers? We both like the Tigers.
Can't do it, but I would advise everyone else to bet the Tigers today. Yes.
Okay. We like the Pirates. I'm going to go Bubba Chandler K's. I'm going to do a K ladder today.
Really like the Pirates.
Yep. Mets and the Nationals. Contrarian under.
Nats for me.
Fuck it. Padres against. I think the line has a lot of respect for the Guardians who have been really bad, but fuck them. Fuck the line. Fuck them. I'm a Michael King guy. Give me the Padres. Steak likes them too. You like the Rays big today? Love it. Hope you're right. I think Shane Bieber probably pitches well today against the Yankees, or the Blue Jays hit up Garrett Cole. Either way, Steak and I both like the Toronto Blue Jays.
Correct.
Atlanta and the Diamondbacks. We're gonna go Diamondbacks there.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Houston, you like them big against the Mariners. Angels, Royals pass. A's, Rangers pass. I'm going to go Brewers against the Dodgers. Fuck the Dodgers.
Cool.
And Rockies look a little sharp against the Giants. All right, Steak, before we sign off.
Steak Jeff collab, Alejandro Kirk home run.
Oh, I thought we were going to do Vladdy home run.
Oh, I thought you said Alejandro Kirk was the one doing didn't you say he was 9 for 24 or 5 doubles and a home run against him?
Well, yeah.
Fuck Vladdy, dude. I don't bet Vladdy.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Both of them are very good. Kirk is 9 for 24, 5 doubles and a home run. You're right. You want to go Kirk home run?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay. Wait. Recap NFL.
Okay, I'll try. I do lean the over in the Broncos game, even though betting overs in the preseason is stupid.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I lied. I'd lean the over in the Dolphins Commanders game. I lean did we say Falcons first half? And Bucks first half.
Because we like Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
Why Bucks first half again?
Jalen Daniels magic.
But won't he be playing in the second half?
No, the second half is going to be, what is that?
Basilic or something?
Yes.
Well, exactly. For what it's worth, Jalen Daniels is listed as 4th string. Basilic is 3rd.
Oh, well, then that changes things for me. I will need to do a little research before. Okay. I will put out preseason plays tonight. We got time.
Let me know what you come up with. Sean Tucker to the fucking moon. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 3 hours, 91 minutes, and 26 seconds on your head. We appreciate you all hanging out. Great luck. Oh, hold on. Great luck. Good luck. Hold on. Is Snowman live?
Let's see.
Let's go. Let's send him over. I think we can do a raid. Let's send everybody over to fucking Snowman.
Let's do a Rizzy raid. Let's do a Rizzy raid, dude.
Let's do a Rizzy fucking raid. Everybody join the raid. You know we're big Snowman people over here. Snowman's a fucking G. Does a great job. Go show him some love. Give him some support. I'm sure Book It would be fine rating Snowman because we all fuck with each other. Yes. All right. Big raid. Party of 71. That's what I'm talking about. Get your ass over to Snowman. You all have a great day. Peace.
Bye.